Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. This is our D&D 5e homebrew campaign, Elixia. This season is called Elixia Box of Memories, and there have been lots of visions and stuff in this campaign, especially this year. First year, a few early and then a few late. This one just strewn through them. Visions, divinations, and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. This is a D&D 5e campaign that is set in the world is currently sort of in the game, centered on Elixia, but right now they're not in Elixia. We have 5 amazing players. Oh, before I get to that, we just released today our third product to Drive Through RPG, which is the Calendar of Zool, which is a fantasy calendar with festivals and cool lore like that. Last week we released an NPC called Lord Tremalkes. And the week before that, we released the Beggar King and the Kingdom of Beggars, which is kind of a deep dive into what is the establishing organization in the city of Vadishar, which is what all these things are for. It's sort of a drip campaign of an urban setting that we're slowly releasing. Go check it out on Drive-Thru. 2 of them are pay what you want. One of them, the Beggar King one, is $2.99. All of them have amazing art. The artists are really cool. Written really well. A lot of cool lore, things that you can use in your games. The first one has 2 magic items that are new, and the art on those magic items is freaking amazing. And we are working on a supplement for this month. It'll be late this month on a bunch of new gnolls. We're creating a bunch of new gnoll types, including some that are more related to the painted dogs of Africa, which are super cool. So think gnoll mixed with kobold. That's just a tease. So if you want to get some awesome dice, go get some dice from Only Crits. If you use ZealZaddy as your promo code, you can save 12%. At some point, the link will drop into the chat. And let's get on to the players because they're much cooler than me anyway. Everybody's much cooler than me. All right. So let's get some... let's start with Blake. Did I start with Blake last week or did I not? No, I think I started with Natalie, didn't I?
No, you did. I think you started with me last week. It's cool, though.
All right, we'll do it again. Why not?
The best, the first one. Hello, everybody. I am Blake Francis. I'm playing Hibley Amberwater, the... used to be personal librarian, now just kind of discovering life outside the library, a little bit of magic maybe. Who knows? But yeah, so you can find me somewhere on the internet. Again, support your local library because they're awesome, and excited to see where things are going because these are getting pretty crazy. So me having a little concert coming up soon, so I guess we'll see.
What is that? What was that library that was in a bus? You're like that. Reading Rainbow. You're like Reading Rainbow. You carry your own library with you. So you're like the ultimate librarian.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you mix up Magic School Bus?
Magic School Bus, yes. Magic School Bus.
This will be Magic School Bus and
I like Reading Rainbow though.
One and be like, we'll combine.
Yes.
All right. We need Dungeon Damsel now, Tiffany, to make a song about our group using the Reading Rainbow.
Okay, challenge accepted.
You are the party's bard.
Let's go to Tiffany while she's thinking about that and writing it down.
Reading Rainbow party theme. Okay.
Oh my God, that'll be so funny to release. Oh, so good. We could be a chorus, and like I have no voice for singing, but collectively it will bury within the mix with everybody else. Or just don't do that and don't ruin
I can teach you how to sing. It's fine.
What?
I'm.
You teach people how to sing?
I mean, I can. I don't.
Oh
do
no,
it.
I'm a terrible. No, you don't want to go there.
Anyway, I can talk a lot about singing.
Yeah.
My name's Tiffany. I don't play Janice Rapide. I play. I didn't change my name. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She's the bard of the group. Current goal is finding her long lost son. And she's kind of like the group historian and musical connoisseur. I myself personally run the Dungeon Damsels campaign, which is a female-centric campaign that focuses on, of course, female players, PCs, and their relationships with the world and how that affects the world. I'm running a little late this week because I messed up on the audio, but hang on, it will come out. And this group's real great. We got a lot of good dynamics between this, so stick around.
All right, Jazz.
What's up? My name's Jazz. I play Jada, our Warforged sorcerer / fighter, who is discovering that their backstory is tied to the others in a way they didn't expect. You can find me anywhere at Cinderscoria. Anywhere you see at Cinderscoria, it's probably going to be me. I'm currently repping my pentatonic set since, we have a musical-based episode today. I'm very excited. And I also have a podcast called Blurred Grounds, where we Black nerds talk about Black nerd things. You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts. I'm very excited to play today. I'm also very tired, but that's just the way it goes.
You'll make it through.
I'll make it through. If
Natalie.
I yawn, though, don't hold it against me.
We won't. Natalie.
Yes, well, hello. I'm Natalie. I play Desus, who is our party's druid / warlock, who is a half tiefling, and now very confused on what her other half is. But we'll find that out, maybe, someday. It'll be great. You can find me on most places on the internet with Ghost Candle, or on Twitch, it's Ghostly Candle, where I post about my art and things I'm doing in tabletop and all that fun stuff. Last week, I just released my new Cobalt emote pack because it's been requested, so I was like, give the people what they want. I don't know what will be up this week, so it'll be a fun surprise for everybody.
Awesome. And Morgan.
What's up, guys? I'm Morgan with Mind Flayed Mondays. You can find me on all social media at Mind Flayed Mondays, except for Twitter, which is Mind Flayed Mun. I am the founder of mindflayedmondays.com. If you are looking for professional dungeon masters to run a game for you, myself or several others that work with me can definitely do that for you. I have an amazing group of guys that have come together to run games for people. So check us out. We also have t-shirts that we sell on Amazon. So kind of like this one here, talk shit, get crit. That's one of my favorites. So,
You know, a 1 is also a crit.
this is true. Talk shit, you get crit. Right? Besides that, we also have content that we sell on the DMs Guild. For example, I've said it before, like a 2-headed Dragonborn. It's a lot of fun. And finally, we have a podcast that I run, that I host. It's called Mind Flayed Mondays Podcast. We follow a group called the Heroes of Voxus in a world that floats above the actual planet itself. And recently we got added to Best 100 Tabletop RPG Podcast, which I have no idea how we ranked number 15 on there, but we ranked number 15 on there.
Congrats.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
I thought it was really cool. So if you guys get a chance, check it out.
Yeah.
I'm fully loving being involved in this community, especially with this game and the podcast. It's great. So I play Vesryn. Vesryn is the party's wizard, and I'm just, as always, excited to be here with this amazing group of people.
You do have to re-say one thing, though. You started with a non-official or sanctioned Mind Flayed Mondays opening. You said, "What's up, guys?" Not "What's up, everybody." What's up, everyone?
I usually say "Hello, travelers" and my other stuff, but I haven't been doing it on here.
Can you fix that? Re-say that. It's just "What's up, guys" sounds awful.
What's up, everybody? Is that better?
Yes, because I hear it every time I check you out on TikTok. All I hear is
know.
"What's up, everybody? What's up?" Over and over on all your TikToks.
It's either "What's up, everyone"
it's
or
in my mind.
"Hello, travelers." Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally stuck in my head.
Well, it's funny you say that because my wife has given me shit for saying "What's up, everybody" all the time. She said, "Why don't you say something else? Like, why don't you say guys?" And I actually said, "Guys" sounds really stupid when I say it. So it's funny that you corrected me. It told me it sounded terrible. Thank you. You just proved my point. So I can go rub it in her face later. No.
It's like your calling card.
Right?
All right. So you all want to do a
collective
recap.
Yes.
You can remember what happened.
It's the collective recap.
I mean, you each had individual things happen.
I just chilled most of the time. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't nothing really happened to me.
Me and Jesus
Well-
we didn't get knocked out by
Jada.
Lavender, so
Oh, yeah.
y'all got knocked out by Lavender. Me and Jesus, we were like,
Well,
no.
let's start
going
from the
down.
beginning.
Bang
Because
got
we
knocked out
start
by
off-
Lavender.
Jumping ahead.
As we start our day off with an interesting proposition from Mama Medusa.
Oh, yeah.
She wants to
Preserve her name.
sponsor our little endeavor of musical inclination, in which we talked with her about what the real reasoning behind it was, and she got even more excited. So now we don't have to worry about paying everybody. Bonus.
She has a huge stack of money for us. I think she left it like saved, like safe for us back at the at her place.
Yeah.
From there, we traveled forth for a couple days, clearing the path with Bang, which is great. So there's now a nice clean path all the way to where we ran into the lavender field, as we were talking about, which the lavender put everyone but Hipley and Desus to sleep, where they all got a memory.
Including Jada, who doesn't sleep. It was very weird.
Yes.
And Vesryn, who doesn't dream, also very weird.
Very
I was
weird.
fine.
Lots of weird, but after all the research we've done about ley lines and such, this would be a weird place. And Vesryn very quickly forgot and then remembered after the fact
Yeah.
Was it
to use magic in the
detect magic.
place that
And then,
is very
and then later
magical.
on, and then later on, he did it on purpose, knowing full well that shit could go wrong.
But we found the stone that Dwen was
I have
told
all these
that
lists for what goes wrong.
the roll tables, the dreaded roll tables. But we found the stone that we were looking for. That Dwen also had a dream where her father told her that there would be a stone with holes, which happened to be the same runic stone that we were looking for. And with Bang's help, we tested that it may actually be some sort of giant flute.
Yep. It's pretty neat.
It's
Yeah.
really cool.
We got a after the visions, we kind of parked down for the night to have more visions. We got a vision from Desus about her parents when she was a baby in the womb,
Yep.
and we found out that her mom came from the sea, quite literally.
Yep.
And
And I have hidden gills.
yes,
Oh,
Self-conscious
yeah.
about it now.
yes, she developed gills, which was shocking to all of us. So I threw her in water again. Afterwards, the gills sort of
And
melded back into her body. They're not there anymore. And let's see, Dwayne had a memory vision of dancing with Eldrin, and
And it was
That
very
is-
sexy.
yes, it was very. She gives him 30 eyes. Exact quote. And then let's see, we get a vision for Jada. And do you want to talk about that?
Oh gosh. Well, we got a whole backstory reveal with Jada, discovering that firstly that their creator Lu Shi had them and the rest of the royal guard rub a certain kind of oil into their joints. Flash forward a little bit later, that same oil possibly, maybe not, but possibly caused them to freeze up during the invasion that led to the fall of Zakor, and also the killings of Jada's charges, both the king and queen of Zakor, and also their young son, Prince Jian. And that was a fun time. Nightmare sequence memory.
Yeah, I got good old trauma.
Oh yeah, good old trauma. I don't know if Jada's ever going to sleep ever again.
it's like dreams suck.
Dreams are terrible.
This is terrible.
Yep.
Guys get this at nightly? Damn.
It also opened up a little bit about their past too. Well, actually, I think Hipley and Cerridwen might have missed out on that, but Desus and
Yeah.
Vesryn got snippets of that backstory. Yeah.
And then Vesryn had a dream as well of being young at I don't know if it was the same dance or a different dance, but he saw his sister talking to a strange individual. Come to find out that it was the same creator that made Jada. So, and they were trying to make some type of deal with Vesryn's father, was asking his sister to aid in that. And they were asking his sister to aid in that. So, which that's kind of what sparked, I think, the conversation with Jada and her, and them opening up, right? Because I pointed out, like, hey, this person, you're like, what?
That person should not be alive. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, they only live about 100 years, like normal human years, and this was hundreds of years later.
Yeah, so
Kind of strange.
very interesting. Do you know if they were a mage or a caster at some point?
I think so. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they were artificer or caster. There's a lot of magic out there. A lot of magic out there.
Yeah.
Hickley also had a vision or a memory of his past.
Oh, yeah, yep, in the old days in the library. Tahana ordered him out like usual. Well, he had a special guest, and of course, the guests that we may all have come into contact with at one point or another. I think it was that same person who gave her the book,
Yes.
The Revace Asunder, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So that's how Tahana got it, and then so everything's kind of connected.
Yep. The name was Halatashi.
Halatashi.
Actually, did I say that last week? No, I'm thinking.
I have it
I
written.
remember.
I have it written.
I was like, oh
from
damn!
last
Did I
week.
just reveal something I shouldn't have?
I've corrected. I was like, I don't remember that.
I write
Okay, good.
everything, so be careful what you say.
Yeah. I was like, oh wait, did I say that? Because I had to remember whether you had made it to that part of the vision or not. Because like it's really weird when I map out like that kind of stuff, I have parts, and then depending on where you go with it, like how you react to it, I may or may not reveal other parts.
Yeah,
And
I wrote it down too. I had Hadatashi, blonde hair, curly, olive skin tone, black pupils, pointed ears. That's what I have.
Yep. And Hipley, of course, eavesdropped.
Yep, and they were
totally
talking about
expected that.
translating the book and finding the right people, and then I think that's where it ended. Just that they were talking about finding someone to translate it. It said so. They referenced some person, but they didn't say the person's name. Like, well, maybe they can do it, but never got their name. So that person may still be alive out there somewhere, or maybe not. They might be probably dead.
They met us. They probably are at this point.
Or they're
Through
gonna
knowledge,
be.
just from meeting us.
Or they're gonna be.
And now you are all on the outside of the lavender fields, rested after a night of a not very restful night, but eventually you get. Actually, did you get some sleep? I'm trying to remember if you got sleep or rest.
I think we all took turns. I remember because like we were scared
we
so
were
was
in
gonna happen.
the process of taking turns.
So you got rest, and Bang is trying to mash down the lavender fields around the standing stone area,
Who told him to do that?
dragging a big log to mush him. What are you doing then? Now, there you are.
It's morning now, yeah?
It is.
Good morning.
Well, I mean, we have two options. We can either head back, or we can stay here a little bit longer and study the stone.
Do I feel like I have... Do I feel like if I spend more time with the stone, I could get more information from it, or I feel pretty confident about the stone?
I don't know. How do you feel about the stone?
Okay, I'm gonna study the stone.
Okay.
Do you think perhaps if we need to play that it'd be easy enough to teach Bang?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because it seems at least someone of that size needs to blow into it.
Well, we can certainly try. She goes and Is Bang up? Oh yeah, you said he was like rolling
Yeah.
the field, so she's gonna approach the flute thing, the flute stone, and
The flute stuff.
flute stone. She's gonna try to figure out the mechanics of it, like go around and.
Well,
I guess she'd need Bang, so she'd figure that out. I think we're gonna need Bang for this one.
the holes are bigger than your head.
Okay. Yeah. So, Bang, do you like playing the stone?
Oh yeah.
Do you think you could do that for me now? I want to play with it.
And he tosses the log aside, steps between some of the stones that are in the ring around it, comes in. I don't know any songs.
That's okay. I'm just trying to figure out what holes make what notes right now.
Okay.
So should
And he goes up.
go in.
And he just blows through one. And
Yeah, she'll.
right, the stone's narrow on one side, and he blows and make me a performance check.
Oh, okay. I've had better performance checks. That's a 13.
You're pretty sure that's a D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if I need to, I'll like pull up my little flute and compare the notes. Okay, I mean that's
All the notes are there. All the majors are there.
Mm-hmm.
No sharps, flats, or anything. Just major keys.
Yeah, she'll take note of the flute stone and kind of like make a diagram and figure out the notes. Okay. And then she'll ask. Okay, well, we already know that the flute stone works. I'm gonna try to integrate the flute stone into the symphony now. Because I have to do like
Easy enough for
yeah,
you.
contrabass flute.
It only does like it's like a tuba, you know. It's not like anything complicated is going to be done by it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And you're not getting anything complicated out of Bang anyway. Musically.
Yeah, I'm just like hold this note this long.
Yes. But he does have sustain. He can hold a note for a long time.
Cool. Well, so just a nice sustained
Yep.
note can do a lot, so she'll take note of that. Okay. Well, do we want to do anything else here?
He starts looking through the holes. And he reaches around. And he
Do you
looks
see
and he
something,
blocks.
Bang?
If I put my hand over the hole on the other side, I can't see through it anymore.
Yes, that you're right.
Well, we didn't bring him here for his large brain.
Let's get breakfast going, and she's just gonna
Okay.
kind of let that sit in her head until she cooks.
I like Bing though. Bing's a good character.
I'm going to go smash flowers.
Yes, thank you. Please continue to do that.
He starts goes out and starts dragging the
Do we
log.
collect any of those flowers, perhaps? Do we want to potentially induce any more visions?
Yeah, I was gonna store
we
a couple
can-
sprigs in my herbalism kit.
That sounds like a good idea.
If you need help collecting them, I would be.
That was a great look that Jada just gave you. No visions.
Even if it helps you find out what happened?
I know what happened.
Well,
I don't need to
mean,
know anymore.
What if there's more memories to how you ended up where you're at that you don't remember?
What if you remember, get a
Probably
memory of
remember
when
them
you
in
were just
time.
pieces of metal and cogs, like how I remembered when I was a baby?
God, I don't know if I want to experience that actually.
Oh, that would be. When does the consciousness begin? And then she's just like, 1,000-yard stare.
Going to that philosophy moment. All right, well, I guess I'll pull out my kit and collect some flowers before they all get smashed.
And if she has to do any checks, I would offer to help collect them as well, to maybe give her advantage if you'll allow it, if she needs to roll anything.
She does it right now. So you're able to collect as many flowers as you want because the field's full of them. So
I think. Well, are they? You describe them as like they can reach up to 5 feet tall. So I'm assuming the actual blossom part.
they
is
can go
pretty
taller
big.
than that. They can be taller than all of you. There are times when you were walking, when you first were coming in, that you couldn't see over the top of them except for Cerridwen and Bang, from certain spots.
So I'm assuming there's probably a good amount per sprig. So I'm just going to cut off 3 total.
Okay.
At some point, I'll take time to maybe distill one of them to get oils and stuff and test it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
So-
Bang, when he comes over, he brings you some flowers. He brings all of you.
Oh,
I have flowers because you're a fish.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Like
a
a
man
thing.
of eloquence.
Thank you.
And he goes back to the lumber. To the log, I mean.
Well, that was nice.
Does that mean
Yes.
you're a fish?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if my mom's actually a fish person or just someone with gills. There's a lot of
I
questions.
get that. I just don't know how that equates to flowers.
Do
It does.
sea elves? Are sea elves in this world?
You don't know. Never
I don't know.
seen or
Okay.
heard of one.
Okay.
You've
I
always
know.
you've always lived on land.
No.
Wait.
And you
Are there
haven't seen
tales
them walk
of like
underwater?
mermaids?
Oh
I've
yeah.
lived underwater.
Okay.
There's all kinds of tales of ocean,
Okay,
people.
kind of like oceanoid people.
and there were
Yeah.
fish with arms on the island. That actually happened too, apparently.
Wow.
That's according to Morcant.
There were fish with arms. Actually, no, I never saw them. It was only Morgan.
You didn't.
No, Morcant swore by them, but technically nobody else had ever seen them. Nobody alive, anyways.
Yeah. Well, breakfast is about done. Stew.
Do you need any herbs? Do you need me to druid craft anything?
Oh, I think some basil could go nice with this.
Okay. I just druid craft like a bed of various herbs.
Yeah, she takes
So basil, thyme, cilantro, all of it.
Kinda
I'm
like-
just like,
takes it, sniffs it,
cilantro.
throws it in, tastes it.
They're all fresh.
Yeah, she's excited about it being fresh. Oh, it's not the best when they're fresh, and then after she's satisfied, it is served.
I can't believe you've been quiet. Everything all right this morning?
I was just a little tired, Fun with staying up in shifts and, having wonderful dreams in this lavender field. Just
No, it's been kind of rough.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, when you
So-
say that, you look out in the lavender field, you see that Bang is out there laying in the field. And he's moving his arms back and forth and his legs back and forth in the
making
flowers.
angels. Lavender angels.
Lavender
Yes.
It's just a slow nod.
I think after breakfast, once we are done here, I mean, are you? Do you have everything you need? When do we head back? Start preparing for what's next.
Oh, I mean, pretty much got the flute part kind of worked out. Do I need to go back and work on the flute part, or do I have it kind of done?
You know what you need to do with it.
Okay.
But you do need to start teaching the musicians probably pretty soon.
Okay. Do I need to teach Bang anything, or do I think he can be fine?
Like directed.
Okay.
You probably need to make some kind of a way of telling him what to play.
Okay.
Some way, because he doesn't know how to be. He's not a professional musician.
Okay. So she's going to.
What if you use colors?
Yeah, I was thinking about we could color coordinate the holes. I just don't know how we could mark the stone with colors. So I don't have any paints or chalk or nothing.
We could pick up paint or chalks in town and then come back and prepare it before the thing, and maybe you just hold up a sign while your orchestra, let him know what to hit the hole. You know?
Oh yeah, I'd have a little
And then he can
card
just
or
move
flag
and-
or something.
Actually, you could probably train someone else to hold the cards for you while you're conducting, so that you don't have to pay attention to what he's doing. Someone else can take. It's a pretty simple instrument. Just it would take away your conducting time.
Oh, okay. Well, do any of you mind doing that?
I mean,
Pretty good with rhythm.
Oh, great, Jada. All you.
And hold a card.
I can hold a card. Green, blue.
What instrument do you play?
Red.
Color cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have
Ultimate
to
progression.
get you a score copy and then have like the notation of what card to put up when. That should work out fine. All right.
Perfect.
I think I'm pretty good, unless we want to try to clear the area out a bit more. But I mean, we've got the
We could take the time to explore the general area to make sure things a little bit beyond here are safe. I mean, if we are going to bring a bunch of people here to perform music, it might be beneficial.
we should probably. I mean, do we need to worry about a privy? Like maybe I just have Bang
There's the
dig a
river.
hole. There's the river. Maybe we could just have Bang dig a hole. Sure, we could erect some sort of.
If we get back in
Outhouse.
time, and coordinate with Mama Bardusa, perhaps she could send some people out here to construct some, a couple here and
Yeah.
there.
Right. Well, I'm good to go back now.
Yeah, there's no reason to stay now. Eat good.
Well, let's head back.
Bang hops up from his lavender angels. The fields are pretty much cleared away, and there's not a whole lot left.
All right.
And
Yeah, we head out.
you head out.
Tashi. All right.
You go back to Wythe. Takes you less time than it took getting here by a substantial amount, because you have the equivalent of a road now. Not a particularly good road, but it's a road. It's bigger than a path. It may be rough getting carts here, things like that, but
Just imagining like
can-
4-wheeler carts or
Yeah, I mean, the
off-road
carts-
carts.
off-road carts.
The sweet suspension, man.
You get back to Wythe, and there are makeshift platforms all over up and down the main street around Mama Bardusa's. And there are musicians practicing in small groups together. And when you all get there,
But maybe you should be in disguise because they're going to. As soon as they see they're going to. I mean, do you have any kind of magic to maybe change a little bit? Because they're going to be all over you.
We cast disguise self, and I look like a tall human lady with Actually, I'll look like one of my like scout friends, just because I know what they really look like. Obviously not Magpie because she's a gnome,
yeah,
but
okay,
I can't remember.
yeah, I don't remember them either. I would have to look them up. But
It was like I'd have to look it up, but like a human female scout.
okay, and you all get into town, and everyone's looking weird at the group.
Zach normal, Zach natural. Zach natural is up for a wall.
And
Did
glower at each and
Cerridwen-
every one of them.
Did Cerridwen return?
No, not yet. She's busy preparing, but she'll be back in momentarily. Don't you worry. She's hard at work right now, preparing, getting everything ready. 'Cause you know this song is so important. So, but she's fine.
You're Hipley, right?
I think so. Yes.
You're her scribe, are you not? The
Yes,
the
of
educated
course.
one.
Yes.
I have a
Very
scribe.
educated.
My scribe.
Should we give you our names so that she'll have a list of who she needs to still see? Because they're still missing performers from what we've been told.
Of course. Get us out. I booked, so you're gonna get out some book and get to a blank page. Yes, of course. What was your name?
before Hipley-
Yes.
Before Hipley takes us down, did you come here through Madame Bardus's calling?
Some of us did. Some of us just came from further out on the island.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure Mama Bardusa has somebody to coordinate this stuff with, because with Cerridwen and the work she's doing, we have to keep everything really tightly scheduled, and we're working very closely with Mama Bardusa. So,
Arlena said she's making a special brew, by the way. Oh my god. I can't believe she's making one just for
Well, it makes
this.
sense. This is
I
probably the thing
totally
that's gonna
can.
happen. So, it makes sense.
She actually said it'll be 2 or 3, but any one would be fine with me. I imagine.
great news. But yes, if you are not able to take care of it, please find us there and then follow up with either myself or Hipley, and we'll take care of you then. But
Well, she has
Before-
people
just-
going in.
Yeah,
So I
but
guess
just
I just
this-
have to get in line, and then you realize
Yes.
there's a line coming out of Mama Bardusa's.
yes,
And it's not
much as
moving
we want to,
fast.
yeah, as much as we want to help you, we don't want to skip the process, and but we do plan on seeing everybody.
Okay.
I
Well,
look
tell
at Hipley like,
Cerridwen I can't
"I'm
wait
off
to
of
see
that shit
her.
next time."
I've been practicing. Well, we've all been practicing, I guess. I've been practicing harder though than all these folks here,
Well, I guess we'll find out.
and they're
soon,
all like,
so-
"No, you haven't."
Let me see your fingers. What instrument do they play?
Show me those calluses.
Medium.
I play woodwind.
All right, maybe we'll see. Let's keep going.
Okay. Where are you? Are you going into Mama Bardusa's, or are you going somewhere else?
I thought we were going there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do
same.
you want to go in there? I mean, there's a huge line of people that are waiting to see you.
I
Well,
mean,
she's just
she has
Gaia,
to. I mean,
so-
it's just stuff that needs to get done. So yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
go in there and
Yeah.
start, because we gotta distribute the sheet music. We gotta finalize the staff and players. So she's gonna go in there. She just want to be bombarded by the.
break some
outside.
players' hearts. I imagine people's like running out crying and they don't get in. And people's hearts being broke and their dreams being crushed right now.
I
Well,
will
you
follow up
still
with.
need about 7 musicians.
Okay, yeah. So,
So-
she'll.
You need to listen to some more too.
Yeah, we'll go inside and see what Mama has arranged. If she has done any arrangement of how to manage things, how she's managed.
Her and the other Bardosas that she is connected with those mirrors.
Okay. So you go in, and the line stops at the door. You know, the guard, the tall one, she's there keeping people at bay. She waves you in.
Thank you.
Don't. She looks at someone who's like trying to squeeze in behind you. Like, if your foot hits the ground here inside this door frame, you will lose your foot. And he backs away.
Like I whisper, she means it. And I've seen it done a couple times. It's
And like
not
her-
pretty.
Yeah. And you all go in like rock stars. And the butler said, "Oh my gosh, Mama's been waiting for you. Come. I mean, unless you need to use the privy or something first. You just
Fine,
come in,
we're-
right?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
This is a fantasy round. We never need to go there.
I know.
We've let her to
I
steal.
literally don't Yes.
Actually, yes.
Actually, literally.
Well, who knows? You cry now, so I mean, who knows what other
Maybe-
Don't bring it up.
Drain the oil. Maybe you have to
Some
drain the
oil.
oil.
Horrifying.
I mean, every machine is changed.
You may have to drain the oil. You know, you never know.
Anyway, let's get him, Mama.
I'm not thinking about the mechanics.
Roll for Constitution?
Hold it.
And you have a weird sensation in your abdomen.
No.
You head back to a room that you had not been to before, and it's sort of like a small, tall roof, almost like a little auditorium, but it's not really big enough for that. And she goes, "This has been set up. It's kind of makeshift, but this will be a place for you to see if find your other musicians. All the ones that I've brought are out there in the line. They're at the front of the line, though. So,
Okay. I
And
dropped my
then-
disguise.
Maybe we can have a dwell behind
you're
like
right.
a curtain.
Actually, she was saying that. She would not have been saying that to you. She would have been saying that to probably any one of the others. When Cerridwen gets here, and then you drop your disguise. She didn't know you were in disguise.
Yeah. Well, I had to avoid the crowd somewhat. But
Good
this should be
idea.
fine.
And it's big enough. I think you could practice in here.
Mhm.
And you'd have privacy and not be disturbed.
Well,
It'll be
First
tight,
thing-
but it should
yeah,
fit.
we can squeeze him in. But first things first, let's get the additions in. Callbacks and things
Excellent.
like that. So she'll
Bring the
Get out
first
her-
one.
Perhaps I should go speak with Arlena to find out about the drinks and things like that. It could do more than one thing.
Great
I don't know
idea.
if I'm
Great
really
idea.
going to be useful for the
yeah,
music.
and we need copies of the music and
Yeah, you need to be careful which of the drinks you take, though. She'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, of course. Vesryn's going to leave to do that, unless if anybody wants to go, they can go. But otherwise,
Jada, you look different.
I do.
Yes. Distant, perhaps. Is your mind wandering?
I have a lot on it, yes.
Would you like a soak?
Yes. Is that okay?
Of
oh
course.
yeah.
We'll keep them all away. Everyone away.
Oh, they're not interested in me.
I have to ask how you keep all the flowers so perfect. Desus, all your corsages, they seem to be perpetual,
Unwilted.
not wilted.
I guess I'm just blessed by Luluin.
Very nice. Hipley, there's some books that I've ordered for you on music.
Did I ask
So-
you to order
so
me some books? I mean, I'm not going to say no, but I'm just.
I know you love books, so I have a couple of books coming in so that you can understand what's going on with the composition. I don't understand it myself, but I know you will read them and you'll be up to speed by the time the concert's here.
Well, I do appreciate that. What's that kind of? I mean, that's very appreciated. Thank you.
Well,
Definitely appreciated.
well, my show has to go off without a hitch. It has to be perfect.
I see.
You're like,
Define perfect. What is a perfect show sounding to you? Like, describe us a perfect show, or what do you think it's going to be like?
No Trouble would be great. A musical composition that will be for the ages. People will remember and talk about. I mean, beautiful music, of course. Or maybe terrifying music. Or music that brings emotions to people, especially me.
well,
I like terrifying a spooky kind. That's different.
there are
That'd
several
be-
movements.
Nice. I don't know what that
Gambit
means
just-
exactly, but you mean it's in different songs?
Yeah, I mean, well, usually with a whole symphony, you have a couple of movements, so you'll have the not the overture, but an entry piece, then you have a ballad, and then you just kind of prattles on.
There have been
Okay.
questions from the dancers out there. Do you want dancers for this? Is this like that kind of a performance?
You know what? Yes, I mean it's going to be pretty. I mean, might as well. It's going to be pretty.
Yeah, we could do like some nice ballet or contemporary sort of like
interpretive.
interpretive.
I think it's called. Yes.
Yeah, interpretive dance, but like with undertones of ballet in it. I don't want anyone. And she kind of like flails her arms around like, I don't want any floppy arms. I just, I want something nice. And she's like, who's actually? Anyone actually
Jada's
good
the
at
robot.
ballet? She kind of looks at Vesryn for a long time. He's the most dexterous. You make eye contact, and
I'm
no,
down
none
to
of us can
dance.
play
I mean,
ballet. I mean,
C jigs is all I know.
yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, so we could do that. I think we could pay them. We still have money over. Is that in the budget? That should be the question.
Are they going to block the view of the...
Well, the stage.
Oh, yeah, we should explain
The
it.
stage is circular, so.
In the round.
And round. So she'll take out, like a piece of paper and draw on it, and kind of like say, this is what it looks like, and this is where the river is, and kind of an overview. And we could have the dancers make a third ring around the viewers, or we could have them
they can
interspersed.
dance around. Yes, they can dance around.
That's
we
a
could
good
dance around
idea.
them. We could have them like interspersed in between. Because
Wonderful.
the viewers we're gonna need some.
Dancers will work. They will not be paid
alleyways.
as well as the musicians, though.
So yeah, and they could be in the aisles. Yes, aisles. We could be great.
I'll figure out a pay scale for them.
Great.
Excellent. Okay, I'll talk to the choreographers, see if they can put something together. Excellent. And the first musician comes in. And this one's named Jervis, and it is a dwarf.
Jervis the dwarf.
He comes in. He bows. One of you is the Cerridwen.
Oh, I didn't know that was in front of my name. No.
The.
Hi, this is me. Please begin.
And he steps in, and he, like, may I have a moment to warm up?
Of course.
And he plays a violin. He says, let me get my fiddle ready. And
Just wait.
he tunes it for a moment, and he starts playing, and he's very good. He's capable of doing this after playing. He's not the best you've heard out of all the people here, but he's good enough to be that he could help perform.
Yeah, it could be like second violin.
Yeah, second, third, whatever.
Yeah. Next note. Well, whatever you're comfortable.
And he starts, he plays as long as you want him to play, and then when he's done, so am I in?
We have to discuss that. So yeah, you will find out.
We'll be
be in touch.
releasing the names of those who are going to be included in the orchestra after I have seen everyone.
Would appropriate remuneration affect the listing?
Mhm.
I literally don't know what remuneration means.
And he shakes his money bag.
Oh, come on. This is sir, please. Don't tarnish your playing with something like that. Come on. We go by talent alone. This is something that's so important that money can't be bought to produce such a beautiful song.
I only mean it if push comes to shove and there are two tied for that last seat, maybe a few coin would
This is about the song.
make a
sir.
decision.
This is about the song itself, not about.
I will not be swayed by coin, unfortunately. If it comes to a tie, then I'll have you duel. She just shrugs.
He starts writing down stuff like looks like he's writing down
Just
stuff
a
like
musical
disappointing.
duel. So we'll see who can do it.
That sounds excellent. I hope
We
that
gotta
I
keep-
get to duel someone.
I hope so too.
And he bows and heads out.
The real question is, when you said duel, does he think he's going to get to hit somebody with an
I
axe?
know. I was like,
Well, we can
Beat
make
them
these
in a
people
musical.
fight. Let's let them play. Let's let them fight each other with their instruments.
with their instruments.
No.
The next one.
This is my axe.
And the next one seems to be a little bit mechanical, perhaps. And they look at you. It doesn't even look humanoid exactly. More like a machine with some arm-like appendages and some legs that don't seem to have knees. Not particularly tall. I am here to play the song for you.
Okay.
And it
Start
walks
whenever you're
over.
ready.
Where should I stand?
And she points to where their music stand is.
And is there sheet music there?
Yeah.
And it kind of rises up and its little feet kind of lift it so it can get a little bit higher. Yes, I can play this. And it starts singing it like it's a vocal thing, but it doesn't sound like a voice. It sounds more like a stringed instrument of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, the timing and pitch is perfect. It's a little mechanical, not a lot of feeling to it, but very capable.
Mm-hmm.
The pitch and timing was perfectly aligned to the music on the sheet. Was that what you were looking for?
She's kind of stunned, like she doesn't know exactly what to say. She takes a minute to just think about it. You see, you do impeccably play. But there's an element that is missing. I don't know if it's possible. I'd like to think possible. Maybe it is, but do you think you could play with emotion?
With feeling,
And
like
then she pulls out like her own instrument.
You mean imperfection?
that's okay.
Yeah, a bit. We want to. Music is at least the music
Yes.
I'm trying to. Yeah, all right. Try it.
Perhaps with a little swing.
Mm-hmm.
And it rises up and looks at the sheet music again. I will alter the rhythm slightly in several places, but I will return back to the appropriate timing on this, and it goes over and says whatever point it's going to be, and it starts playing. And the music, it has some swing. It's pretty perfectly timed swing, so instead of a dun 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 dun, it's dun 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 kind of thing. But even that feels a little too,
Yeah, I mean, even then she'd be like,
too
"No."
right.
Yeah, she's like, all right, let's maybe try dynamics. And she's like, go back to the correct rhythm. But what I want you to do is add a sort of vibrato on certain points and be more dramatic with your dynamics.
And it does exactly what you ask. And it's exactly what you ask at the point you ask it.
Oh, she's just kind of like, she doesn't know exactly what to think.
It still doesn't feel warm. It just feels
Mhm.
it feels precise. The imperfections feel like they're precisely timed and precisely placed.
Well, I will certainly consider you. I cannot make my decision until I have heard everyone.
Of course. I will wait outside.
Please do. Thank you for your time.
And they walk out.
I think I'm offended.
Jada just has a sour face. Not even in the room, and you're like,
You're just a much better make than that one.
Okay, I'm less offended.
Your model number is like brand new, like.
It's not.
I'm only a couple hundred years old.
You know what it is? You're the classic, and they're like a cheap knockoff. There you go.
Thank you.
And then another one comes in, and she's carrying a dulcimer, and she says, one of you are who I'm supposed to be playing for. And she looks at you, Natalie, and goes, are you the conductor?
No.
Yes, that is the
Play.
conductor. I'm sorry.
Stop playing with her. I'm Cerridwen. It's nice to meet you. What is your name?
Talaith.
Lovely. Well, whenever you're ready, please begin.
She walks over to the music. And after she looks at it for a moment, she closes it. And she just closes her eyes rather than looks at the sheet music. And then she starts playing. And this one is all feel. But it's not sloppy. The music is right. The timing is not dead on perfect. But it doesn't feel like it's meant to be. It feels like it's meant to be a little more freeform.
Mm-hmm.
But it's correct. And when she's done, she stops playing and she sets the instrument aside. I'll be right back. And she heads out. And make me a perception check.
All of us?
No, Cerridwen.
25.
What was that about? Oh.
Damn. When she heads out, you can see that she had a little bit of watery eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she heads out and she heads to around the corner. And you hear out there the butler is like, I can escort you. I'm not ready to leave. Is there somewhere I can be in private for a moment?
I'm gonna go talk to her. Can I follow her out?
Sure. Follow her out.
Excuse me, is everything okay? You playing wonderful back there. I just want to let you know it was such a wonderful sound. Why did you take off all of a sudden?
I'm sorry. The piece is very moving.
I don't apologize. No, you're good.
I haven't played anything like that before. Everything I've played has been simple. But it's beautiful. Wherever it comes from, the heart, the head, it is
I think with Gwen, she's such a good composer. I think it comes from both, to be honest, the heart and the head, because very intellectual with the way and the way you felt it, though. That was, like, when you closed it, I was like, whoa, I don't know music very well, but I know you have to kind of see it. So when you just ended up closing it, it's pretty bold. And that was, I'm not as good as Gwen at hearing it, but I could definitely hear that sounded pretty well, especially for the way you were kind of getting into it and feeling it. So I just want to let you know that. So
I can memorize very, very well. I have a mind for music.
Can I join them? I think Joanne would
sure.
She'd be concerned.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to leave. I just needed a moment. Your piece is beautiful. It's very moving. It kind of struck me in a way I didn't expect.
It's fine. You can take all the moments you need. I'm actually flattered you're so moved by my music.
You weren't moved while you wrote this?
Well, it's
I feel fireflies in it, and and the movement of sand or something. Like, I can feel the nature behind this. This is obviously a piece that's bigger than us.
And
It
then,
looks off like, yeah, it is.
You're right, it is. Right. I think you understand what the piece is about more than others.
Well, you're the composer. You're composing music for people to feel things.
Exactly.
I just feel it.
Good.
You can expect this from everybody in the audience, I think.
Hopefully.
I'd like to think so.
Oh my God, there's going to be an audience.
Are you gonna do all right with an audience?
I don't know. I've never played in front of an audience except the however many there were in that room just now and a few people at
Well,
home.
it's not gonna be too Elixia join. Probably not like a crazy amount of people are gonna be there. So I mean, that shouldn't be.
Wait, well, she needs to be. We need to be honest with the poor girl. There's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
lot
be-
of people.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Ooh.
I'm not there, but remember, she's part of a group, so it won't be all focused on her.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Thesis
that's
was
true.
about to peek out and say that, be like, there's going to be a good, you know,
can all
about...
you can all
You'll
end up
be a
putting
part
it
of a
all-
section. You'll be part of the percussionist section. You won't be alone.
And plus, you have the music to focus on too. Feeling that, you know, so hopefully that'll be able to get most of your attention anyway. It's gonna be just the music itself. So
I mean, if I get in, of course. I heard that you're going to be posting a list later.
Yes, after I hear everyone.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, I believe it is only fair.
There's like 100 more people out there or something.
And I will listen to all of them. We might need a lunch
Okay,
break. in
2
between,
minutes
though.
each then.
Right.
Yeah, we need a lunch break, but
give 20 seconds, go.
chop chop.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be taking your time. If you need me to come back in, I'll come back in and I'll play another section or selection or the same one if you wish. Whatever you need. I'm okay
I
now.
think. Okay, good. I think if I need to hear you again, I will call for you.
Okay, thank you. It was nice meeting all the rest of you too. Are you all musicians or singers
No.
or
No.
dancers?
Well, dancer
None
maybe,
of,
but
none of you? A dancer. The physical arts.
yes, I dabble. You know, I'm not a professional. Not
No,
How
he
am I?
is just above and beyond, you know,
Oh.
and
Cerridwen sets herself among all the talent.
Yes, the panelists.
They say talent begets talent.
very true.
Actually, I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody says that. I think I just made that up.
Well, now we're going to, so you know, that's
Wonderful. Thank you. I'll be watching for the list as soon as it's done. And
Yeah.
she bows and then heads out. And then one after another, they all come through. And you're able to kind of isolate the ones that would fit, add yourself a few extra people. And after just a ridiculous amount of time,
Yeah, lunch break.
you know you can make a list.
Yeah, she kind of like pats the list. All right.
While that's
Couple-
going on,
Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say, first off, I keep picturing like why you guys like, oh, I'm so sorry. And you're like, oh yeah, you know, it's only fair. And you're like stressed out, and you just see Vesryn like having a drink at the bar, like, glad I got out of that shit. So
so who's going to the cantina with?
oh no, I think I was the
Just
one that
Vesryn?
went.
yeah. I think he
Just
just
to-
left
okay.
because he did. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
was
get
like, I'm
there.
out.
Arlena's there, and actually the cantina is closed, but the door they open. She opens the door for you and says, "Come. I need you to try these. Let me know what you think."
Oh yeah.
You're a
First
drinker.
off-
You're a solid drinker. I've seen you drink.
Yes, I was just gonna ask though. He's gonna knock me on my rear end.
One of them will, and that's its purpose.
If that's the case, will I be able to sit here for a while? I really would rather not go back and interrupt Cerridwen's musical.
I'll wake you up. but I need to
Wake me
test
up.
it. The point is, okay, I've been thinking about this event. I suspect you're going to need 3 types of drinks. One for those who just like drinks and would be happy and calm with or without. That'll be a nice drink. Maybe I'll enhance their hearing a little bit to make it an even better experience. No problem. One is going to knock out anybody that you all identify to me as being loud, obnoxious troublemakers. They'll get that drink. And that way we can eliminate anybody that would be a problem, because I don't want anyone to ruin Mama's show. Then I'll have one that will also, people who are a little bit on the dull side, lift their spirits and make them cheer and happy, eliminate those barriers in the mind and make them afraid to bring exuberance when it's needed. What do you think?
I think you have thought this out thoroughly.
Are you ready?
So
And she
I
puts 3 drinks out.
hope I am.
She does like the shuffle. She goes, this one's this one, this one, this one, this one. And then she starts doing the little shell
Wait,
trick thing.
let's leave the knockout one for last, since that way I can taste.
Well, we'll
what the
know
other
when you
ones-
get it. Roll me a
Oh
d6.
no! Oh, God. All right, 6
Okay. And you pick a drink.
knocked out.
And
First drink.
you drink it. You sip it or drink it, however you want to do it. And you immediately get this kind of a warm, comfortable, happy feel. And everything seems better.
He's over there touching the wood on the table. This is nice.
It is. Quit greasing up my bar. I just cleaned everything a little while ago. Okay. So that's the one for the people that are just regular drinkers.
No, I can fix that. Prestidigitation. I clean it up.
One of these days, I'm
And
going to
then-
make a drink that is tied around that spell, because it's an interesting spell.
It really is. I would look forward to trying it.
Okay. Select the next one. Roll me a d6.
All right. 3.
Okay. So you take the next one. And everything gets fuzzy. And then your eyes are being opened. And there's somebody, some really horrible smell under your nose. And you wake up and you're on the floor.
I presume that's the knockout drink, yes?
Yes, it's a little too fast acting. I might have to slow that up a bit. I don't want people to feel like they're being poisoned. I just want them to feel like they're having a good time and they go down. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. That was quick. And this last one. This is the good feeling one, right? Or is this the normal drink?
It brings your exuberance up.
Yeah.
And you're already an exuberant person. And she goes, "How you feeling there?"
Feel pretty damn well.
And she goes, have you ever heard a bartender sing?
No, I don't think I have.
And she goes, "I'm gonna sing to you, okay?"
Okay.
And she sings kind of gently. She's not a great singer. But my God, it sounds so good to you. You feel like, holy cow, she may be the best singer you've ever heard after she gets going. And you're like, damn, like,
I'm just like staring like this at the thing.
what? What? You can't believe she said she's not a very good singer.
That's incredible.
And
You
she
were quite
bows.
talented.
And she bows. It works. Good. That's what we need. We need clapping, cheering, happiness. Excellent.
Yes. Now,
Need to work on the middle one there.
yes. And my only question is, do you plan on building something out there at the site? Were you informed by Anna Bardusa where we are going
Yes.
to be performing?
Yeah, I'll be bringing carts out with these 3 brews, and we'll be distributing them as determined by necessity.
I think this is going to do wonders for both you, Madame Bardusa, and Cerridwen. So this is a great venture.
Excellent. Yeah, me too. This is so exciting. I can't tell you how excited the entire island is. Everybody, even people that don't live in Wide, they're coming in to go to the show.
Yes, we were kind of stunned after getting back today. We came into town and there's platforms built all around and just gobs and gobs of people about. It's a little intimidating, to be honest.
Well, a fair number of them are going to be asleep. If that helps.
Well, I won't be performing. It's intimidating to see how many people are just so excited about this. It's incredible. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I think I'd be more comfortable fighting hags and demons than dealing with these large crowds of people.
That's a very weird statement.
As weird as it is to say, it's quite true.
It's just music, and people who love the arts. You're on an island full of artists.
True. Perhaps I'm just overthinking it, but
Yeah, you are.
Cerridwen, she's the musician of the group, but I mean, as the rest of us are not really used to this attention.
Make me a charisma check.
Charisma check. Okay, let me look at my charisma bonus. I think it is a +2. I rolled a 12, so 14.
She's really interested in everything you're saying, too. You realize she's an amazing singer.
Mm-hmm.
And she's giving you a lot of attention. It's kind of she's never really given you this much attention before, and it has a bit of a delirious effect on, it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, all right, this is good, and she moves her hair for a moment, and in your mind it's like a slow-mo finger through the hair kind of thing. And she's like, are you okay? You zoned out for a moment there. Why are you staring at me like that?
I think the drink might be a
damn.
little too strong.
I went too far. Oh, yeah.
Perhaps
I'm
you
sorry.
have.
Yeah, I have. Here, let me give you the other one. She gives you the other one.
The knock me out again?
No, not the other one. Just to kind of get that one out of the system.
Oh, the mellow.
Oh, my God. We don't want to turn this into an orgy out there. I got to make some adjustments there, too. And God knows this island loves orgies, so I got to work around that.
You should probably keep that recipe you did there, though, for when there are those type of parties here on the island. I'm sure
I never forget a recipe.
Yes, well, I think that'll be really well for the orgy parties that do happen.
I don't need to make drinks for that.
No, but I'm sure people will appreciate it.
Yeah, but I don't think Mama Bardusa would be appreciative.
No, not for this
to
event.
her show.
Not for this event. I'm saying for other events down the road. Yes. Yeah. No.
I think I need to back off on a few things.
Yes,
maybe.
well, I will drink the other one. I grab the one that mellows you out.
Yeah, and you finish going through the drinks, and she says, "Thank you. I have a lot of adjustments to make, and then brewing like mad. So I'm going to be closed until the show. So if you need me, you can knock, and I'll hear the door. But yeah, I've already been. The door gets knocked on all the time right now.
It's not much, but I will toss her like 5 gold just for.
And she slides it back. I'm being paid already. Handsomely.
I know, but
no.
All right then.
You are my guinea pig.
Okay, fair enough. Well, thank you for your time, and I guess I'll go back and see how the others are doing.
One thing you could help me with is maybe yourself and your group and Madame Bardusa. I need help identifying who needs which drink. I mean, I know a lot of them myself already, but a lot of these people are new and I don't know them very well. So pay attention.
Yes. Wait, let me look at something. Prestidigitation, right? Can I change the color of things?
Yeah.
what if we give them like something to wear to show that they're supposed to be there? And if
We'll tell them
and
they
if
were
some-
assigned the green drink or the blue. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
And we won't even have to guess.
Yes.
Tell
Like,
them there's a
and if
limited
somebody-
number of drinks. Everyone gets one type, and they get.
Not
or,
to-
or perhaps we leave, we have them at one color, and if they start acting a fool, I can keep an eye on those things, and maybe I don't know if I'm sure you know prestidigitation as well. We
Yes.
can mark them so we know that those people are now getting this drink.
Jesus, can I get everyone corsages?
Yeah, that's a lot of corsages. Though. I don't think I'd want
Yeah.
her to do that.
I was like, can't do this, but does she want to?
But I'm just saying, if we give them something to mark themselves with, did everything get moved around?
Yeah, it's okay. I can fix it while we're talking.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, that might work. I will talk with Madame Bardusa and my companions and see if they have a better solution. But that might just be the simplest way to deal with it.
It's a good idea. Yes.
Well, thank you for the drinks and letting me be your guinea pig. They are all quite good. Even the one that knocked me out immediately, the taste was superb, as expected.
Thank you. Well, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's quite a
And
party in the
Vesryn's just going to
streets.
wander. Yeah, Vesryn's just going to wander around the streets for a little bit and enjoy the party. Try to listen in on the crowds to see what people are really saying. Like maybe try to put, if anybody's saying anything negative about it, like just to see good, bad, what the word
No,
is on the street.
Most people are talking about. Have you heard anything about this list yet? Is the list dropped? And there's still people in line who are like, what list? And they're all talking about that. Some of them are saying, you can tell some musicians are very underconfident in their abilities. And when they play, some of them, you don't know whether they're good enough or not. There are a few that are very quiet and off on their own. Some of them are very in emotional states, dealing with the idea of like a big stage and getting into an orchestra piece, which, is a very uncommon, rare thing. And some people are like, this could turn into an annual festival where we play it every year or something. This Mama Bardusa's sponsoring. This is going to be her annual party, and she has enough money to make this happen every year. And then they're all like, is she charging us to go? And nobody knows that either. But nothing negative. You don't hear negatives. Make me a perception check.
And back to not the great. I got a total of 10.
Okay. All right. So eventually you make it back. You meander your way back to Mama Bardusa's. Jada, you are given a soak. And when you're in there, they put some oils in the water, which is nice for you. Like the oils are nice and organic. They're not like motor oil kind of thing, but it's like a good thing. And while you're there, you have time for your mind to wander and just think about things. And you see, like, everything goes slightly blurry for a moment, and when you blink and you open your eyes and you realize you're laying back in a room, and the ceiling looks different but familiar, and you hear the voice of your creator, and you can feel there's your skin is opened, and you realize that she is actually working on you. In this, you realize you remember this. This was you being tested while you were being built. While you're being, I don't want to say built, created, because it wasn't really, it's not machine. It's as much as an organically functioning construct. I mean, it's not really, because you're not a machine. I don't want, it's not. You're not a robot. And there are all these tools and things, and she goes to put in a thing somewhere in here. You don't know exactly what it is, but out of the corner of your eye, you see it looks like a pin. It looks like a little triangle. And you hear someone say, "Is that necessary, that one?" Make me an intelligence check.
Not intelligence.
Yep.
You got this.
Buddy.
That one.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. And she goes, "Well, without..." I'll put the other one in. It will tend to dampen her. Not the hurt. It will tend to dampen their emotions, which could be good in this case. And then she picks up 2 or 3 of these pens. She's got a couple in her mouth, and she slips one in, and your eyes open wide. And you see everything vividly around you. Jada, could you explain to me how you're feeling at this moment?
Scared.
Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
I don't have
You're
control.
a beautiful thing. You have nothing to be afraid of. Not here, not with me.
I don't know what's going on.
The unknown. I see. So, I am testing some options for you that will free your mind to do some things that are very difficult to do. You're already physically going to be a spectacular person. But there are some things that can be, seeing certain things can cause you pain or pleasure, depending on what you're seeing. And I'm trying to determine whether I should allow you to experience the full range of that or reduce and limit the range. How would you want to feel the full range of experiences, or would you like to be limited to what is necessary to accomplish your tasks, or something in between?
What is good about experiencing the full range? Is it necessary?
Is it necessary? No. It can be a wonderful and a terrible burden at once. Some things will be wonderful experiences. You'll find, I don't think you'll know these words well, joy or fear, depending on the experience. You know what? I think I'm going to, and you hear the voice again say, "The lowest, please." Actually, it's more like, "The lowest, please. I don't need you in here for this. We've already done what we need to do. But I don't want to harm them. I love them. They're of me." And she pulls it up, and things kind of dull back a little bit. She puts another one in, and things brighten up a little bit. And she goes, "So if I were to tell you that I loved you right now, that I think you're a beautiful and wonderful person, what does that make you feel?" And things are a little dulled down from where they were a moment ago. You know that.
Mm.
Okay.
Confused. What does love mean?
Love means that I would do anything to protect you, and that I find you in my heart. You are somebody I think about and care about and would never harm you. I would protect you against anything. And I'm sorry to say, but I am going to protect you against some terrible things coming down the road. There is a war coming. You don't know what that is yet, and that's fine. You'll know when you need to know.
Is it necessary?
It is not necessary. And she says, she looks back and the door closes. I'm going to leave this one in. And then she goes, she puts the other one somewhere in there too, though. She lifts it, she puts it in, but you don't feel anything from it. And then she says, well, I'm going to close you up now. That's just in case. Well, and then she goes through the process of closing you, and at a certain point you go into a shutdown mode, or whatever you want to call it, a trance kind of experience. And your eyes unblur, and you're sitting in this bath, and you realize you're at Mama Bardussa's, and you just had another one of those damn vision things. What the hell?
Is it not the flowers? Damn! She loved me. I'm gonna get out of the bath and see if I can track down whoever drew it.
Okay. And you find, the person, it's a boy about 15, 14. Was there something wrong with your bath?
No, it was, well, what did you put in it?
And I put in eucalyptus oil, and it goes over this concoction. All of which sounds like things that Desus would know about more than...
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check something. Thank you. It was very pleasant and good.
Do you need me to refresh it? Are you
No,
done?
I'm done. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And he heads in
I
to
would
go clean up.
Pay you. I can't pay you. Okay, I'm leaving.
You don't need... Where are you going?
I'll go to this is a good question. Do I know where everybody is? Yeah, I'll go to where the
you hear music
the
playing down the hall.
Yeah, I'll go to where the auditions are. I'll just sit in there. But I'm just a million miles away thinking about stuff.
Natalie, when Jada comes in, you smell all these scents that you find very nice. The kinds of things you would like. And they're wet also. Dried up, but
Yeah. Kind of lean over, I'm like, well, Jada, it still smells like you had at least something that was relaxing.
Too relaxing. I had another dream thing.
A memory.
Memory, yes.
Interesting.
Why am I having memories?
Well, I know when we tend to sleep and stuff, sometimes if there's things that come up, it's our conscious trying to put those forward to say this is important. So maybe something in your processing. Is that the word to use for you? Maybe after going through that
It's a
lavender
mind.
stuff, it must have jolted your memories to bring forth the important ones to you.
That makes sense.
Well, I'll be honest, I do want to duck out and go on a walk. Do you want to come with me?
And you just
Yes.
see Jawin in the corner, just like trying really hard to not just like glaze over. 'Cause the sheer amount of music, she's like, "Oh, have we had lunch yet? I think we need to have lunch.
They said no more musicians for a little while you eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like, I can't hear anything anymore.
Out! Back them out. The rest can have to wait. Like,
Hour break, hour lunch.
okay. Outside, they're like, oh, you have to wait longer. But hey, you're getting through them.
Yeah.
Mostly pleasant.
Mhm.
None are bad musicians, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, bad musicians knew not to even try. The worst musician you have is Bang.
Oh.
Well, we need him, so.
Yeah. And you see when you go to shut down for a little bit to get food, you see Jada and Natalie have headed out. And,
Oh, well, it's probably
and
best.
Vesryn is coming back in.
So we're passing each other.
What are you doing?
Well, what's
Hickory?
everyone's plan?
I need a walk.
I also need a walk.
I was just coming back to see how things are going here. I know you were planning on taking a lunch break at some point.
And Mama Bardusa walks in. She has a couple of books in her hands. Hipley, I have the books for you.
Well, I guess is it allowed like how many? Like it's gonna be like a pain
It's
to
two.
carry? Oh, okay.
Ah. It's not too many books. We're getting a raid.
Yay!
Thank you, Waffles Maple Syrup.
Hey.
Welcome. They have their stream, their Starfinder or Pathfinder stream tonight. So.
Nice. Hey,
So-
everybody. Thanks for
Yep, welcome. So far, it's music auditions, dreams,
and drinks.
and a giant
Drinks.
knocking down flowers with making angel
Lavender angels.
lavender angels.
Lavender.
Angels.
And you're all collected now in the same place,
Well,
just as the two of them were heading out, Jada and Desus.
we could find a place to eat here. I would,
It's probably best if I stay inside.
So perhaps we should see if we have somebody bring us food. Is there an Uber nearby?
Mama has
An Uber
Do
Eats.
they
You
have?
can always disguise self again. I think that would probably be the trick. They didn't recognize it before.
Well,
so.
I only got one of
Yeah.
those today.
Oh.
yeah. Mama has
Firbolg thing.
food all the time for all of you. So,
Yeah, I'll just go to the lunchroom, I guess.
yeah,
The lunchroom.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
The-
like
the
a
dining room.
And
Yeah.
yeah, there we go, dining room.
Feasting hall.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess I'll follow. I mean, if you guys want to join us after your walk, feel free to come here. We'll be eating.
Of course.
Yay, eating.
Making
know-
food is fun.
I know Jada loves the food, so don't
Best
miss
part
out.
of the day.
So, Jada, what are you doing? You and Natalie, are you going to stay and eat with them, or are you going to go for your walk?
I don't need to eat, so it's up to Jesus.
Yeah, I think I just need a quick walk to
Okay.
roam about and get everything moving.
Okay. And as you're heading out, can you make me a perception check, Jada?
What about Hipley? Are you going to stay with us or
16.
are you going to go with him?
When you're heading out, you have an odd sensation in your olfactory area. Like, you smell the food that's coming in, and you get this weird moment where inside your mouth a liquid forms that you didn't expect, and just
I'm leaking
What?
in my mouth.
Leaking in your mouth. Say
why is
ah.
that?
Let me.
Just a
let
little
me.
bit. Clear liquid.
Just
Huh. I mean,
The food smells very good. It's really weird. Like food's never had an effect on you of pleasantness. It just was a smell.
Jada,
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
what if going to the lavender field, you're transforming like a butterfly?
I'm gonna get wings.
I mean, you might. That would be super amazing. Oh, I pray to Llewyn that does happen. But, like, you're salivating.
You mean like a mammal?
Yeah. Like, the rest of us, and like, when you saw me eating bacon, like, the other morning, and I was like, oh,
You were like,
yeah,
Just
just, you know,
salivating over.
yeah.
That makes no sense to you because you're a construct.
What?
What a ridiculous thing.
that doesn't make any sense. I don't
mean-
need to eat.
I don't understand how you exist, really. You're the only first and only thing I've seen, except for that one construct earlier. I think they were a construct. I don't know. But something triggered something in you, is all I am understanding.
I don't like it. This is inconvenient.
Now
You
you're
know
turning
what?
into a
We are
butterfly.
feeling the same thing, because I'm also feeling weird, and pretty much ever since, having that memory, I've been kind of feeling at my neck and hiding it a bit.
Oh my gosh. You're turning into a fish and I'm turning into a butterfly. This is the worst thing
I know.
that could possibly
Hipley, make me
happen.
I know.
Hipley, make me a perception check. Because you're an expert eavesdropper.
No, I'm not.
You
That
totally
is
are.
No, that is a whopping 7.
Oh yeah, you don't hear. So they're out in the hall.
Well, let's go on our walk, because I think we need it. I want to find a type of accessory place to get a scarf for myself.
Are you that worried about your...
Well, and the way you're feeling right now is similar to how I'm feeling, that you don't feel like, your body anymore.
Yeah. That's understandable. Okay, I'll go with you if you want me to.
Yeah, I would love you to come with me.
Love?
Yeah. What?
Oh. I love you too.
Well, I said I would love for you to come with me.
Oh,
Come on.
okay, different. Okay.
But you are my friend, and I love you as a friend.
Oh, right. There's other types of love. Yes.
Perhaps you get a napkin at the scarf shop.
A handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Yeah.
And
All right, let's just two awkward people shuffle off.
Yeah.
You go out, you find a shop, you get the things that you want to get.
Scarf.
Hey, get
Oh,
prepared.
you were prepared.
Let's go.
Okay. And I'm not looking in the mirror, so Jada, please tell me, is this okay?
That's first
do you mean?
thing.
Color is okay. It doesn't clash with my blue skin.
It is a color. You have blue skin. Yes. No. Doesn't clash? What does clash mean?
So you know how when you are observing colors, if one color is next to another and just doesn't read right? Like it looks weird?
I mean, you can say yes, but you don't know. You've been explaining color theory.
It looks satisfactory.
Okay, because I was trying to match the color of my undertop. I thought that would be best. Okay.
All right.
It hides your neck well.
Thank you.
Hide your gills well. I just want to point out that Robsardi said best first date ever, or best first date.
Oh.
Hipley, those books, as you're thumbing through them while you're eating, you realize that one of them is a book on just like great musical performances, but one is a book on one specific musical performance from hundreds of years ago or 1,000 years ago or something, a long time ago, that ended up casting a spell and everyone disappeared.
Terrible. So yes, I'll definitely. I guess if I'm with them, I don't know if I won't once. I assume I won't them.
But it's
with,
not fiction.
Gwen and Vesryn.
It's supposedly not
Well,
fiction.
yeah.
It's supposedly non-fiction, not fiction.
That's gonna make him feel even worse about what they're gonna do. So it's like, well, this is a terrible sign, and that's all that talks about. So it says he disappeared, nothing about like the return. Just they were gone.
There's aftermath. I mean, they talk to people who witnessed it and got, it's a book version of a documentary about this crazy musical event that ended in disaster.
But no one was found again, right? So the main
Correct.
thing is, so they talked about no one. Okay, yeah, that's horrible. So I would definitely make note of that and probably just stop reading at that point. Just like think about what they're planning on doing, and probably take if I'm by myself, I'll probably take a walk outside just to kind of move and just like look at the people, just listen to the musicians practice, just kind of not think about the impending concert that's going to come up, because he's definitely pretty worried about it at this point.
Okay.
So
we're going to do a little bit of time speeding up, because I don't think we want to go through every musician check and making the list and checking it twice. You've got the drinks organized. You've trained the musicians over a week or 10 days or however much time you need. And finally, at some point, Cerridwen, you're like, they're ready.
Yeah, so we have them in the practice room. Everyone's kind of wedged in there. Maybe took a couple of rearrangements. Just puts the baton down. I think we're ready.
And some of them are super excited. Some are like terrified. You get the full range of emotions that you can get from saying something like that. Crying in joy, crying in terror.
I think we're ready. Everyone, great job. We'll meet, I guess, how many days till the performance?
It'll take you a day to get out there. Whenever you're ready.
But don't we have like a set day, or do we not set the day?
Oh no, the date is set when you're ready. Everyone's just waiting for you now. The whole town.
Okay. Let's and yeah, well, I think we can do this tomorrow. How's everyone think?
And you hear from the back room, I think that's wonderful. And that's Mama going, yes. I'll let all my friends know.
Okay, well, yeah, let's get this show rolling.
Are all of you okay? All the carts are out there and lined up in the street. They've been waiting for a week.
The carts have been waiting, so might as well get going. Everyone get a good night's sleep and a good meal. You're dismissed. We'll be meeting at actually wait, we'll meet at I guess 8, whatever. 8 in the morning. See you on the road. She steps down from her post.
And all the musicians nervously come down. They start talking amongst themselves, all excited, and all the things, all the feels.
Very emotional. Yeah.
Throughout the week, Jada, you don't have any more visions. It was weird, just that one time, 2 times now. But every now and then, the smell of food gives you a weird sensation in your mouth of this liquid that Dees is called salivating, which makes no sense, of course. So what do you do when people eat? Like,
Then eyeing the food.
do you stay to torture yourself, or do you?
I think the first day they're like, no, this is ridiculous, in denial. And then like the second and third day they'll be like just watching.
Bacon?
Do you want some?
Bacon? No, it's fine.
You can't start somebody on bacon. That's.
I know, it's too good of a start.
Nothing will ever be the same.
Yeah.
I think they haven't caved yet, but they might.
Just
All right.
Slow nod.
And it's not every time, because some of the smells, for whatever reason, don't seem pleasant. Some do and some don't. Which, of course, makes even less sense than the fact that these smells have an effect on you at all. It's the fact that some have there's variances in that effect. In fact, there's one thing that just smells awful. You don't know what it is. You can tell me what it is. To me, it would be peas, because I think peas are gross. But
I'm on that team.
Good question. Yep. It's probably something super acidic.
I mean, broccoli any day.
Yeah.
One of us.
And Hipley, what are you doing with these books and reading them?
So probably stopped at reading that, disappear. I'm kind of just like, it ruined a taste in mouth for it. So it's like, ugh. So we're probably reading other things, if anything at all. Kind of just nervous for the coming day. So I imagine I probably would relay that to them eventually.
Make me a wisdom check.
You. That is a whopping. Actually, it's not bad. 14.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh no, I lied. No, that's less. No, because I did a save. So it's 11.
Oh no, never mind. Okay, so you're reading the books, and
Well, I'm gonna read something else. I'm not reading the music books. After reading about people disappearing, like it just like I'm like no. So, but I do want to share that with them next time, like we meet up. So, but yeah, so I'm not reading at all. I'm kind of just kind of burnt out from reading after that. Just kind of not feeling the books as much. So.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
I know.
You didn't either, but
okay.
So, Mama comes by and she goes, "Were they good? I heard they were good books."
Oh yes, they were definitely eye openers. Definitely definitely made me think. Did not scare me at all about anything. Nothing alarming. Everything was normal. Are we all eating together? Like, is this at the table?
Yeah, she comes by when you're sitting at the table.
Yes. I was just gonna talk to everyone about that, but yes, the books, they were, like I said, they were definitely unlike anything I've read before. So definitely have a much bigger knowledge now about music and things of that nature.
Well, my friend told me that they were really good books, that you might find them really interesting, but it seems from your reaction that they're not.
Well, no. Did they tell you what was in them at all, or did they share?
No, they just said that if you're going to do a musical performance, that those are really 2 really good books for that.
And who recommended them to? I mean, from one book lover to another, would definitely love to know, to maybe meet them and see if they have any other recommendations. If you maybe have us like meet together sometime, that'd be perfect. So definitely interested in meeting them.
Oh, they've been in and out all week.
Oh, they're here. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted
Believe.
to have them stop by, I believe. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, if you let them know that whenever if they ever see me to come say hi, because I would love to inquire about where they found some of these books. So
Oh,
you just
okay.
let them know whenever they can stop by. You know, our roommates, they can stop by anytime. So
Okay. I mean, there's only one. We only have till the morning. I'll send for him.
that's true. Has it been 5 days, or how
Yes.
many days have to be? Okay, it's good to know.
It's been more than 7 days.
Dang, but we don't have time to do things. It's like 24 hours, so it doesn't matter at this point. Because it'd be, yeah, never mind.
Well,
Yes.
there was a couple things I wanted to do. I wanted to reach out to Rotha to see if she, to see if she could remember anything else about Lucy.
Yeah, in your conversations you have through your messaging, you're sending, she tells you she remembers that person and that she found her a little creepy, a little bit. And she didn't know why she really came. Like, nothing ever came. There was never any kind of a deal made that she knows of. And the oddest thing was when I would try and divine anything about her, I would never get anything.
Okay. I'd probably follow up with another message at some point, within these days, asking her if Father is still there, if she could reach out to him, because this may have something to do with what we're trying to accomplish now, as weird as it may seem, kind of thing. And then see if she can get back with me or more on that.
And she does. She gets back and she says he remembers her coming and proposing to modify the ships and create some soldiers for the island. But he never felt that they would be a good fit, and that he already had good soldiers on the island. And she apparently moved on from there east.
All right, moved on east from there. Did we know where she was headed? Like where her next stop was exactly from there, moving east? Like like where the trail would have been, like what ship was going where?
Well, if she was going, I mean, you can look at
the map. I just didn't know if certain ships are going to different places east. If they knew what ship direction that one was going.
Sure.
Just so I can relay that.
I'll bring up the map so you can look at the map.
To my friend Jada, since I know I know that they are curious about their inventor. And what she's telling me, I would be relaying to you throughout the week as well.
Okay.
All right.
So you can see Elixia up there in the upper
east would
left
be
side.
Wythe, really.
Yeah.
Perhaps they came through here.
Wild.
And how many years ago was that?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of years ago?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Yours
How old
was
are you?
50,
No,
50.
yours was
65.
yours was hundreds.
I'm
Yeah,
60.
50s.
I'm like 60.
Yeah.
I'm like
yeah,
65.
it was when you were a kid. Yeah, it was like 50.
Okay, 50 years ago. Around 50 years ago. Okay. All right. So yeah, all that information would be relayed to you. And they may have come through here. So if you want to investigate here during this time to see if anybody might have met that person, then you could.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
Yeah. The only other thing I would want to do, especially if Hipley, lets us know what he found on the book, is talk to Madame Bardusa about visiting his adopted daughter before he potentially vanishes forever, just to check on her. And we don't have to role play that, but I would take a day trip there to check on her.
Okay. Yeah, the child is being cared for and is in good spirits, and they are watching carefully. They're also sending the child to Elixia soon they're getting a ship prepared, and they're going to send a cleric with the child that will stay with the child.
And I'm going to commission and have delivered there a pendant, just like my family's crest unicorn one, and I will inscribe her name on there, as well as who I am on the back of it, so that way when she gets there, they know who she is in association with me.
So you can be blamed when the hag baby turns into a demon on the
Totally.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going towards my family. Rotha knows the situation. I would have been informing her too. I have enough spell slots throughout the week to where I could do that, and then so she would know to keep an eye on her along with the priest there. But this way, it's like an official thing that she knows where she's, and I would have that made for her. So, and then I would head back.
All right. And you all get some rest, and the morning arrives. Oh, before the morning arrives, Hipley, Mama Bardusa brings with you a tall gentleman. Says this is Valiv. He is the one who recommended the books for you.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful to make your acquaintance, Valiv. I'm Hipley, of course, you already know.
I'm pleased to meet you too.
So you knew a lot about these books, right? So you definitely have read through them. So kind of just start small talk about like some parts of easing my way to the whole disappearance thing. I'm like, yeah, so so what did you think about the whole disappearance? Was that what were your thoughts on that? I mean,
my suspicion is that the music was some form of bardic magic that went awry, perhaps on a nexus point or on a ley line, on a Lealende.
You know about like hearing this kind of takes them back. So you know where did you learn about all maybe this is called knowledge, but no one else is really ley lines. I mean, where did you come by all this information? I mean, this doesn't seem to be very, as far as I can tell, very common knowledge.
I am a collector and reader. I maintain a library of my own. And when Mama asked me to come and said what she was doing, and she told me that there was a fully fledged librarian, a reader, I collected the two most interesting books that I have on music and made sure that you had them. Thought you'd find them fascinating.
Yeah, terrifying, but I mean, something, right? I mean, especially, but as you can imagine what's going on, these, definitely, weird books to read around the time we're about to do something that, people disappearing, music, it's all kind of...
You're just doing...
A concert, you're right.
A concert,
exactly.
right?
Exactly, just a concert, exactly. I don't know why my nerves got... You're right. But do you have any more... another fellow book lover, Vesryn, he would love any more books if you have more about, ley lines, things of that nature. He's so curious about that kind of thing. So,
well, I don't have any books on that, but I know what they are.
Well, if you won't mind, just maybe teach him about it, because he wants to learn so much more about it. Just just for curiosity's sake. So if you don't mind me introducing you to Vesryn, he would love the conversation about that.
Vesryn is the Elixian wearing the unicorn symbol?
Yes, that is him right there. Yes.
Sir?
Yes?
You are Vesryn? You're the Elixian?
I am known by that name, yes.
Your companion here, Hipley, suggested I talk to you about the ley lines and the nexus points.
Oh, you know about them as well.
I know of them. I don't know if I know any more than you. I'm
I'd be
But I
curious
am
to show
a
notes.
reader, and I have I keep my ears open. I am interested in knowledge of the arcane.
Interesting. So do you collect books?
I do.
Besides the ley lines, would you happen to have any of these books? And I will show him a list of books.
What's the list of books again?
It should be in your thing. I can
Damn,
send them to you
I gotta
again.
go. I'll just roll. He has it. I might want to look them all up. Unless I know that he doesn't have to. Shit. Yeah, he has them.
I get. Here, I got the list. I'll send it to you right now. The green ones on there already collected.
Okay. See, this is what happens when you do that kind of thing. You get that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Damn it! I thought I wouldn't have to do
get
that.
credit.
I would
That's
pay
right.
him for those books as well.
And he will take good care of them too. You can trust me. He's very, very good with his books. So they are going to a fantastic place if you do have the books he's looking for.
He has
Just like,
coming of age in an ageless culture, elfin maturity,
Just one, two, three, or
shit, those-
four.
and he
Five.
has
You're killing me.
It's one of mine.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
and he
That's
has
awesome.
the Longborn History of Elixia, Volume 31.
All right. Well, then I'll add that one to my list because the other one I already have. I already have the green ones I have.
Well, he doesn't give them to you. He says, "I have them."
I'm saying I would pay for that, for the longbow one.
I would have to make a copy of that. I'd have to have my scrivener make a duplicate.
do you have a place like not a store, but I mean, is your library open to maybe others such as ourselves who may be into books? I mean, is this, or is this more of a
It's a private library, but if you came to visit, I would allow you in. I would allow you access.
that is good
You would
to
have
know.
you would have to wear gloves though to handle the books.
Of course, well, duh, come on. Who are you?
I have to. Well, speaking of those books, perhaps we can compare some notes on the ley lines, and I would just try to compare notes to see if he knows anything that we don't already know.
He does know
And
a
I-
few things. He knows that the risks tend to be related to the environment around them, because the environment is pulled into the magic and absorbs the magic of the nexus points and the ley lines. That the potency increases the closer you get to a nexus point and is maximum when you're at a nexus point. There are some risks that are not completely you can't mitigate. Like if you cast and your casting for whatever reason fails, sometimes that leads to other magics being unleashed inadvertently. So even a failure can be a success, but just not one you expected. He also says that it is suspected that if you become a fount, that someone who has the ability to not bring that casting through you can carry you far enough away that you can be saved from the risks.
Oh, so I've experienced that part.
Welcome, Starlight Company. Thank you for the raid.
Hey, double raid.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Second raid tonight. Nice. Say
Love
hi
it.
while you're in here. Thank you, that fox. Fox. Hi, everyone. She said. He says. They say.
Hello.
We're talking about points in the world where magic is more potent, called nexus points, and they are along ley lines.
He knows we're playing, right? So I mean, he obviously knows that we're playing at one, correct? Or is this where we're going to one that's so relatively unknown?
It seems like he doesn't actually know that you're doing a spell. He just thinks you're doing a concert.
But he knows we're doing it in that area though. He knows like one like is in that vicinity to the right. So like,
Well,
He may not have had the maps.
He hasn't
may not
said
have had the
anything
maps
about that.
He may not
Okay,
have had the
cool.
maps to ley lines though. So I mean, he may know what the ley lines are. Remember, we had certain maps that like kind
oh
of showed us
yes,
what
you're
we were.
right. Because I had to figure that out. Okay.
He may not.
And-
He may not realize that.
Can you say that if someone becomes a fount, what happens to them?
That generally the magic runs through you until either you're drained or the spell runs out of potency.
Or until somebody drags you away.
Or someone can get you away in time. And drained is, it doesn't say explicitly what it is, but it sure doesn't sound like it's a pleasant thing, like it ends badly.
It wasn't.
Do we think I was gonna say? Do you think that's what happened to Vesryn that time when he was? Were we able to make that inference that he might have been experiencing something like that or similar to it?
Well,
I mean, I'm making an inference.
yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
would
doing.
probably suggest that. It sure felt like it became an uncontrollable spell, and it was just the simple detect magic spell.
Yeah. It was just pouring out of me. At any point in this conversation, I'd like to just get a read on this guy to see if maybe he knows more than he's letting on. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe he's trying to deter us from doing this, or maybe he's working with it. Again, Hipley was curious about it. That gives me red flags as well. So just basically, I'd like to do an insight check on him to
Sure,
make sure
make
he's
an
on the
insight
up and up.
Of course, make an insight check. Hipley, you can make one too.
I might do one better.
16.
Yeah, too good. I might do detect thoughts, but because I got it pretty low, so we'll see. So I got pretty low my insight check, but it might. We'll see.
And he seems to be pretty knowledgeable about stuff, but he doesn't offer up a whole lot more than he's asked. So it could just be he's very private.
I mean, knowledge is power. You don't just necessarily give it away freely. You work hard to collect it.
Thank you for the follow, X Ronin 13.
Well, if you know anything else about ley lines that we haven't already discussed in our exchanging, I'd be happy to pay for that information. So, if you can think of anything else, please come let me know.
If I remember anything of import, I'll definitely bring it to your attention. Why would you be interested in that?
Just curious, because it's definitely just
wizard.
curious. Very
I'm a
curious.
wizard,
You're a caster.
I'm a caster, and I find ley lines and the idea of these nexus points quite fascinating, magically speaking.
I'm a caster also. That's
you
That's
are.
where my interest lies is in
So a
these
mutual
things.
You seem like a
Yes.
magic type.
Are you the type of caster that requires a spell book, or is it more of a comes to you naturally?
Well, if I say that, you'll know exactly what kind of caster I am. I don't know if that's
I use a
Is
spell
that
book.
something? Is that something
You do.
magic people hide?
you not
I'm
met
new to-
someone
I'm
who
new
has,
at
but you
first,
haven't know many magic users of any kind. This party's most of magic users you've met.
Well, I only ask.
I read.
Okay. Well, I only ask because perhaps down the road, I've been asking some people. Some people find it offensive. On my island, we trade information and knowledge for other information and knowledge. So I'm always looking to expand my own knowledge by willingly trading knowledge.
I spend a lot of time traveling and acquiring the knowledge that I have. I'm not so free to offer it up.
But it'd be an exchange though. At least like you guys can both exchange something. Just like a fair.
I would never ask for more than what I'm willing to give, in a sense, if that makes sense. But I understand.
Perhaps after
Come
the show,
on.
I need a little time to take that into consideration. Perhaps after the show, we could discuss.
Sounds fine.
I mean, you
I
learned
do
something new as
travel quite a
well.
bit.
So yeah, so his knowledge is extensive too. Some things you may never heard about. I don't know if you've ever been to Elixia, so some other things over there too. Just saying. So
I have not been to Elixia, although it is on my list of places I am
haven't.
hoping to travel to at some point.
Well, if you arrive there, let people know. And I'm trying to think who I would suggest him to, that he knows me and that they could guide him. Maybe certain people in Fane. I cannot.
Phelan.
Yeah, I was trying to say, but it wasn't coming off my mouth. Phelan, because I know quite a few people there, and then also Chiral. I would tell him certain individuals that he could use my name to, get around a little bit easier, and that's free. That's free exchange to show you my goodwill towards you.
Perhaps one day we'll travel there together.
Perhaps that would be an interesting journey.
Well, it looks like everyone is starting to pack up, so I
and here's your
assume
books
you've-
too, sir. There. I don't think I'll be needing my good reads, but there you go.
You read them already? You enjoyed them?
Yeah, yes. They made me feel. So, they're yes, definitely different kinds of reads, so
Okay. And he takes the books and says, "Well, I'll put these in my room. Good luck tomorrow. I really am very excited to see your performance. And I love that you're doing it outdoors. I think that's an amazing, wonderful thing to do."
just wait to see the venue. It is beautiful. It's beyond like anything you've ever seen. Just wait.
Now I'm even more excited. You have me titillated. A word you never hear on stream because it sounds dirty, but it's not.
It's not that kind of. It's not the kind of
not.
song. Okay, you need to calm down. It's not that kind of.
Well, we should head out.
It was nice to meet all of you. Or
Nice to
the
meet
two
you
of
too.
And he goes back into his room. He heads into Mama Barduce's. He obviously has a room here.
Yep.
And you get all your stuff together. Prepare. What are you doing in the night before you hit the road?
Staying up with anxiety all night.
Perfect.
So just
I
laying in bed,
suspected.
eyes open.
I'm sleeping. She's exhausted.
Yeah.
She just hits the as soon as she just hits the bed, she's out.
Practicing my cards.
Oh, I'm probably just gonna wander around, just walking
Practice
around,
cards.
make myself get tired. Just like wandering, just walking around.
Okay. So,
I think I would just enjoy a nice bath before, and then
nice.
go back and do some studying of my own spells and just researching, prepping, and then get
It
some
is
sleep.
an amazing bathhouse, so why not? Hipley, while you're wandering around, you do see Valiv is at a cafe having coffee and pastries. And he's talking to musicians, like they come by and he's asked some questions. So, are you excited for tomorrow? Like, just, you just need to be very personable. What do you play? Care for some
So-
coffee? Oh, you probably shouldn't have coffee before your performance. Could make you jittery.
So it seems like it's just being cordial. It's nothing. Okay.
He is being cordial, not seems to be being cordial.
He is. Okay.
I know,
He
it's-
is being cordial. Okay.
As PCs,
So much-
everything seems suspicious.
All right. For the record, Scott, you have messed with our mental emotions multiple times, so everything is like suspicious.
And you get through the evening, and the sun wakes up Cerridwen first. Because no matter what she did to keep that light out, it found a way under the curtain, around the curtain, and just
Right.
pierced her
She's
eye.
just like, fine, I'm getting up. And she just kind of sits up and gets ready to go and packs up her stuff.
You get everything together. Outside, you see people are sitting on carts. There's an energy in the air, and they're up long before you. They're sitting out on the carts and hanging out. Bang is out there dancing what you think would be a jig for a giant, which seems really kind of clumsy and funny, but others are like clapping him on, and he's just loving it. And it seems like nobody else slept. You may have been the only people that slept in the whole town.
Everyone's too excited.
Yeah, only they knew.
Go and look for everyone else.
All right, they're all still sleeping or not sleeping.
Pacing.
Okay, well, I guess I'll,
You get everyone together. You get the band back together.
Eh.
In the morning.
Yeah.
So we're all still cool with this. I mean, we all might just all possibly disappear today. I mean, but everyone's still we're also cool with that.
Based on what you did tell us, right? What the book had said. You did
Oh yeah,
tell
of
her
course.
later.
Yeah, definitely. Like no doubt. Yeah, that's like yeah.
When we get out there, perhaps
Well, we should probably mention that.
Well, I was going to suggest perhaps if we can move the logs just a little bit further back, have the music in the zone, like the music reaching into the circle, but perhaps keep the people just outside of it. So if we're teleported, it's only us.
In that story though, what I read about was it like a because it was like a pretty big era that disappeared, right? Was it like because it was pretty like all right? I mean, again, I mean if that's the public still disappears still, but I mean you can try.
Oddly, now that you're thinking about it, it seems like it dawns on you that they were doing this outdoors around a big rock. They just called it a rock.
Y'all, we're about to disappear. We're about to disappear. Okay, like this.
Well,
this
what
is
if
not
the opposite
coincidence. There was
happens?
a rock that they're gonna appear. We're gonna bring them back. I mean, that'd be nice.
Hipley, we know that we're going to open a portal. That was the point of this.
That was the plan.
This isn't anything new. I'm just saying if perhaps
the disappearing was new. I mean, opening a portal, but there was no talk of like yes, well, poof.
Well, I mean, usually a portal makes you disappear. I mean, I've gone through several of them, and when you go through the portals, you disappear from that place, and I'll teleport it to another location.
Oh, I know. That's why I got this little staff thing. Okay, like I've been through portals myself. Okay, so I've been through portals. I know what a portal is like.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to understand what the panic is. We know that this is going to happen.
I mean, I don't want to disappear. I don't want these people to disappear. That's
why I'm
I
trying
mean, well,
to.
it's true. I mean, we don't know how big a scale this portal's gonna be.
Did it say in the book if it was just like the circle itself, or was it like everybody watching too?
It was
how far did the?
Did you give you a circumference?
It was the whole conference, the whole concert.
Everybody, the concert, everybody just gone.
But it was not like this size. It was,
a little smaller,
30 or 40 people total. And you have that. You have more than that just in musicians.
It's possible that they may have just messed up something and that's why they disappeared.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's a million. For example, if I didn't have the skills that I have and I was to teleport from here to another part of the world, the chances of anybody that I knew finding me again in my lifetime were very slim. So I mean, who knows what the portal happened with that? So I mean, they could have just been taken to another place, or as
but they followed up on it though. I mean, because if they did, I mean, wouldn't they write like, okay, hey, we're over here on this island now?
No, but if you can't get information from that, do you know how hard it is to? How many people very rarely even come to Elixia? I mean, people are like, "You're from Elixia?" They're completely surprised that I'm here, and we're close to white.
Yeah, that's like somebody from Kentucky ending up in like L.A.
So Marisha did.
Are you lost?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but as they pointed out, they only did it with a fewer number of people. We have more. Perhaps they didn't know how many people they needed. Perhaps they were short. I'm confident that Dwayne knows what she's doing. So.
Well, I can end the spell if I think things are gonna go wrong.
I mean, we'll go along no matter what. I mean, like had this too. So I'm just saying, I'm just worried. So I mean, I'm not gonna stop anything from happening. I'm just saying.
You have every right to be worried. I mean, we don't know exactly what is going to happen. We don't know if the portal is going to open and pull everybody there in.
You're right. Maybe we'll go somewhere cool. So maybe we'll go to like some nice little island place. So you know what, this could be a great thing. So I'm gonna keep an open mind, and
And Mama calls all of you over. You're on my cart, please. And she says, the seats are up there. And there's like some ladders. And you realize when you sit up on the cart that you can see everybody and everybody can see you.
Oh no!
Like
no.
it raises you above like the other carts so they could all see you.
The irony here is everybody here is like, oh man, and Vesryn's just like, what?
Well, I suppose I should address the people.
Oh, that's very.
Do you want to do it here or once they're all in the circle?
Here.
Oh.
And
at the circle.
Bang.
at the circle. They need to know something before they get out there.
Bang, can you get everyone quiet?
That
Quiet! Bang yells out. And everyone's like,
And
they're
he
ready
right-
for you,
right
Miss
next to
Cerridwen.
Dwin. Yeah, like he's right next to her, and her hair just goes. Thank you. Well, we're about to make history this evening. Well, when we get there. But you should all know that we're going to a place where there's lots of magic. And I don't know what kind of effect the music will have on it. So if you're afraid of the unknown, then you should stop here. But if you're brave and ready to challenge what you know and create beautiful music, then strive forward.
And as she does that, without anybody looking, I'm going to try to make like this breeze with like these like leaves come flying up and like right past her, like it's almost like
Yeah, once I see Vesryn doing that, I'm
Dramatic.
adding druidcraft for petals.
I'm just shaking my head. Look at me,
Alright,
shaking my
so-
head like.
Cerridwen, make a persuasion check with advantage because of the benefits of your awesome compatriots.
we got to make her look good, right? She's the
Yeah.
maestro.
Thank you for the follow, sentient fruitcake. I don't think I would eat that cake.
I'm like, Jade, have you seen this?
It looks pretty cool, honestly.
I know, but
I'd be convinced.
I'm mad, but I agree with
For
you.
some reason my page isn't up. Sorry. Must have clicked out of it or something. To my page. I don't remember her persuasion. It doesn't say how well this goes. I rolled a 2 and a 9.
Ooh.
9 plus. If we got, is that your total or is that before the?
Plus my persuasion, which
I
is a
think
6, a 15.
Hey!
Not
That's
bad.
okay.
Ain't bad at all.
It's reasonable. One or two people are like, wait, what? And step aside. But you had backup musicians.
And she kind of mutters, I'm sorry, we had backup.
And they're like, "Oh, can we come and watch if we're not interested in? Oh, we could. And they just seem befuddled by the thought. They might actually come and play anyway by the time they get there.
Yeah. All right, let's move out.
And the cart starts to roll. You see that Arlena of the Cantrip Cantina has 3 carts full of these giant kegs that have been built and put on the backs. And there is a glass front, like a window on the front. And right above it, it says the Honey Wagon, which for anybody who knows what film stuff is, that's the worst name. But in film, the Honey Wagon is the truck with all the outhouses on them.
Is it a
But that's
place
not
we
what this
ride? Because I just imagine
Oh
just,
no,
kind of shaking
it's
a
a
little
very
bit.
it's a very bumpy ride. The road is not smooth. It hasn't been like properly built. It's just enough to make it where you can get out there. A couple carts break down and need to be repaired. They're going to be late, that kind of stuff. But after a full day, you all get out there, and the lavender flowers have regrown.
Oh, for the love of
I'm like, of course. You see this this is a sign, but
And everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful in there! Oh my, oh, you picked the most beautiful place, Cerridwen. This is brilliant. How wonderful!"
Yes, I'm great. She's like, well, stay away from the lavender. It can make you high. So
do we have the lemon?
Make
Do we have
you
the lemon
high.
juice?
Yeah, I'm like now
We need that
freaking out
lemon.
trying to make lemon bombs. Like, okay.
Everybody's running out to it. Like, it makes us high. Let's go.
Pass out.
Fang, do you mind just flattening them again?
They grow fast.
Yes, they do.
I'll smash them again.
Thank you.
And he goes and gets
Wait,
his
no,
log
hold
that's
on.
still out
Wait,
there.
wait. Let me get you some. Wait, get a little balm first, just in case, man. Because
And he
remember
leans
last time you had
down.
that dream?
Yeah, he leans down.
Okay.
Okay.
Rub a bit of oil under your nose there. It'll smell nice and lemony.
I like that smell.
I know it's so fresh and.
The power of a lemon.
It made me sneeze. And he goes and gets his log that's
Yes.
in the middle of the field, and he starts dragging it along the lavenders and smashing them all down. Everyone's like, "What are you doing there? He's crushing all our flowers."
Yes. No.
It's okay, it's all right,
It's
it's
for
all
the
right.
show. It's just for the show, people. Trust us. Only
You'll
for the
grow
show.
back tomorrow.
Some of them run. Some of them just jump off and start running through the lavender fields,
And pass out.
and some of them fall.
Just
Some
like-
of them fall unconscious. Some of
Oh,
them
they're
keep
so
running.
sleepy.
And that's why we flatten the lavender.
And the other ones that didn't run
yeah.
out, there's like a collective, oh.
It just makes you a little sleepy. It's all. Sometimes it just makes you so relaxing, calm. You just fall asleep. So it's nothing crazy, nothing bad.
Out in the center is, of course, the standing stone with the holes in it, and the rocks and that are in the posts that wrap around it. Actually, let me bring that map back up because that's
We should paint the
Yeah, we
holes.
wanted to
Yeah,
paint the
we-
colors and have
Oh,
currents.
yeah.
Assign the colors to the.
Do we want to paint it, or
Blue
we want
rock.
to use chalk on it?
Ooh, do
chalk.
we ever?
Do we have
Same
different?
we
Do they have different colored chalks?
you
I mean,
can
it's an
make
art town, so
Yeah.
yeah.
plenty of
Yeah.
chalk.
All right, so yeah, we'll do
At least
different colored chalks.
pastels, which is the
Yeah.
thing.
Chalk would work great as long as it doesn't rain. You'd be fine.
Perfect.
Suddenly.
Clear day.
It's a totally clear day.
Now, Scott, will we be able to move those logs back just out of the center to where just their instruments and music would be in the inside?
I
the center?
thought they were giant though, right? Because the logs were pretty big and they moved, didn't they? Or no?
We have
They
a
won't-
giant, so maybe
They
Cal
won't go
suggest-
through. The giant would have to lift them one at a time over the stones that are in the ring around them.
Mhm.
And then the musicians wouldn't have anywhere. So
Okay,
what do you mean?
no,
They-
we
they-
can do it. I just want to make. I'm trying. If
I don't
if
think
the
it would
portal.
work. They would
Yeah,
be able
just-
to play comfortably.
Gotcha. Yeah, as I didn't know if we'd be able to. That's what I was asking. Just trying to move them out if we can. I guess we can.
Yeah, it is.
Listen,
These people might
maybe
be coming on a
nothing will go
journey.
wrong.
They might
Maybe
all be
everything
coming
will
on
be
the journey.
Gonna be
totally
some
fine.
trip.
We'll be fine.
And
We got this.
after the lavenders are flattened out, Mama Bardusa sends out a crew that starts building like stadium kind of seating, like wood with platforms on the end for different people. And then she puts a little card on them and says reserved on those, and they're near the front. These are from my special guests.
Okay.
And you've met all of her special guests. They've come from all over the place.
Does she bring my mom?
And she brings your mother that day.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
I want to meet Dwayne's mom.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. So I bring everyone over to my mom, and when I wrote out the background for Dwyn, I wrote that her mom is like a local beauty, even despite her age. So she's just still like a really attractive, beautiful woman, and that's where she's very personable. That's where a lot of her charisma comes from. Anyway, so we come over, and she's a little taller than Dwyn and has curly dark hair, big eyes, a really nice smile. And I say, "Oh, Mom, I'm so glad you're able to come.
Had she met Vesryn?
Mm-mm.
She'd only
She's
met
met
Eslo.
Eslo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't miss this for the world if had I known there was a way to get here. That she has a really amazing set of mirrors, I suppose.
Yeah, we used them. I'm so glad you're able to come. These are my friends. This is Vesryn, Matrick.
Hello.
I know that name.
Yes, well, I hope
And-
I'm a better representation of it, of some of the others you might have known from it.
Shut up. And she gives you a big hug. like a warm, like pulls you in kind of hug. Like, what was the the Pixar movie with the something Red 8 or something? I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Big 8?
Big Hero 8. Like,
Yeah.
like that
Oh,
kind
Big
of
Hero
like,
6.
Big Hero
Big Hero
6.
6, yes.
Oh,
Like
Big
it
Hero
pulls
6,
you and absorbs you in.
Where Baymax hugs Hero.
There.
I love that
Yes.
movie.
there. This is nice. And this is Deesis, and Jada, and Hipley.
I see
And-
where Dwayne gets her beauty from.
Thank you, Hipley. And
I was
she
literally gonna
pulls
say
you
that.
in, and she gives you a big hug. And it's kind of overwhelming the amount of mass that you end up in the middle of, like inside of a donut. It's like,
She does give really good hugs.
and then she goes to Deesis, and then even Jada. She like, and I don't even know how you react to that. How do you react to that, Jada?
Very stiffly. Very like, oh, okay, me too. Okay.
Make me a wisdom check.
That's what
Dun,
I
dun,
was
dun.
Okay.
You recall this hug.
She starts salivating.
That's terrible. No.
Hugs.
What did you
18.
roll?
18.
Okay. When she lets you go, you have a weird sensation, like not really joy, but like pleasantry, like pleasantness that you feel, and you're not really sure where that came from because you've never felt anything like that. Thank you for the cheer. So cool.
Oh, yay.
So when this happens, it really is an odd sensation. I mean, you're getting all kinds of weird sensations lately anyway, so it makes no, what's the difference? Another weird sensation. These damn lavenders. Really
all
messing
their
up
fault.
your systems.
They started it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And Deezus, after she hugs you, she goes, I don't think I've ever met a tiefling.
Well, Dwayne was the first Firbolg I've ever met, so
Yeah, we don't get many of those on Elixia.
I've never seen one on Elixia, but I haven't traveled lately the way you've traveled, so
then I must go so I can be the first tiefling on Elixia.
But we'll take you there.
you should definitely come and visit. You look like you're someone who enjoys the nature.
I do.
And she points at your corsage. Quite beautiful.
Thank you. I made it. Made all of our friends one.
Oh, yeah, she made this one. It's in Dwayne's hair.
Ah. They're holding up surprisingly well. They don't look like you could have made them today.
Yeah, it is quite interesting.
Quite the
Beautiful.
touch.
I'm excited to hear all of you play.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well,
I'll be dancing, so you'll see me dancing, not playing music. So
their
Oh.
talents lie elsewhere.
They're here to help the other musicians.
Well, they're really
Do
here to
this.
support me. And, I should fill you in on what we're actually doing. And then she kind of like looks around to make sure that they're kind of at least private a little bit.
They're not. You're not. Everyone.
We're
There's
not.
people all around you,
There's people everywhere.
and they're putting together stuff and like.
And I whisper to her, we're thinking we might be able to use this music to open a gateway to where the Ascended go. Yeah.
You're casting a. This is not music. This is a spell.
Yep.
Can't it be both?
I mean, yeah, I
That's-
can be a bit of both, but yeah. Yep. Tapping
Well,
into some old.
If you need an orchestra for it, this would be really old magic then.
Yep.
Like
Found
the
really old books.
old magic.
Yeah.
Have you ever tested the?
Well, no. I mean, how can we test it?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I gave him a warning.
We did test it a little bit. Remember, it made the stones rise.
Oh yeah. Well, we know the area works. Came here and scouted it, and there's a big like flute stone in the middle.
And she
It
looks
started
over at the
making it-
stone. Oh,
It's like one of the naming stones.
that's kind of extraordinary.
I know, right? It's so fascinating. Anyway,
I gotta
knows?
tell you, I'm a little afraid.
I know I'm a little afraid too, but when you're going into the unknown, sometimes you're gonna do scary things.
What? How did you get this spell?
Oh, it's a long story. Basically, Hippie's, she can't find like the right word for, would you, mentor. There we go. Hippie's mentor had this really old book, and we were able to eventually get an accurate translation of it. And from that, and through working our minds and doing a lot of research, we were able to sort of derive kind of a spell. And then, believe it or not, I actually had a couple of visions. So I kind of understand how it worked, and I kind of don't at the same time. I saw Dad
What?
in one of my dreams.
Oh,
saw that.
Oh, yeah, I see
One of
him
the
sometimes
dreams.
in my dreams too. You must
He's
be
with
missing him.
fireflies.
What?
I saw him with fireflies, and she taught me the song of fireflies. She's just like,
I'm not sure what that means, but
well, you'll hear it.
okay.
But I think we're getting help from the other side for this. And I guess we hope.
I'm very excited, and I'm. Wow.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
And she hugs you. If anything
I heard.
happens, I love you. Please
Mom.
be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risks. I know you want to bring everyone back, but don't lose everybody here to bring everybody there back. It's honestly, I don't know what to tell you other than that.
Yeah, I definitely want to try, but if I think things are getting too sour, then I'll cut it. It's not fair to, endanger them more than necessary.
This place looks like the stone itself says to me that this could be a place that you could perform magic well in. That gives
What's
me a
over?
little hope.
We know it's over our ley line.
what?
Luleley. You might know it as a Luleley.
Oh. Are those a real thing? I thought they were.
Apparently there's a bunch of it in Elixia.
That could make sense.
Yeah, that's where a lot of stuff happens there.
Huh.
Anyway, that's why I picked this one.
I suppose you should get everyone ready then and make sure that
Oh, yeah.
they're from everything that I've ever known about old magic is things have to be done precisely and as close to perfect as they can be. So you make sure all these musicians and these people involved are on their game all the way.
Okay.
May Quill keep you safe and all of us safe.
Oh, I second that. Well, I still gotta get a couple things going. Gotta see to
Okay.
the musicians and things.
I'll ask Ms. Bardusa if there's anything I can do to help make sure that this goes smoothly.
I'm sure
Good
she can
luck.
find something for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Good luck.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. And she turns and heads over to Mama Bardusa, way out on a cart, working on a cart. What are you guys doing now?
I'm just gonna go check on the musicians and make sure they're getting settled and
Yeah, they're trying to
any
get
final.
they're trying to get
final
drinks
preps.
from Arlena. And Arlena's not giving them drinks and they're getting upset about it.
Water
You
only.
need to be on your game. Anything but water until then.
Water.
Oh yeah.
Some of us play better when we've been drinking.
She just kind of rolls her eyes. Only water.
Arlene says, the conductor is the one in charge here, so that's all you get. So what will it be? Small or large water? Small.
Gotta stay hydrated. You just walked a lot.
I think Vesryn would be walking around, seeing if there's already people that are being, certain ways, so I can, make sure that they are labeled for the correct drinks.
Okay.
Because I want to do that before we get too close to the stone. I want to kind of.
Yeah.
If I hear people like acting like assholes, then boom, you're getting.
Yeah.
Presentation
Start changing
this
the
way.
color of their thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Red carded.
Yes.
Yeah,
Red carded.
Yes.
What are you doing, Jada and Desus and Hipley?
I think I'm working with Bang to make sure that he knows his colors.
Vesryn, did you tell us about those drinks?
Yeah, I would have told you guys about the drinks. I know we didn't get taught, but it would have been over the week. I would have told you about them.
Yeah, totally. Jada, make me a performance check.
What?
I know. Can you teach him to play correctly? To match your color card.
Let's find out.
Would she
Can
be
I
able to roll
guide her?
Would she be able to roll
Yes.
at advantage since Dwin would have been teaching her and helping her learn?
I'll give you advantage on this.
Okay.
Roll it twice.
I think these give
Let's
you
see what you
guidance
get.
too.
Oh!
20?
Dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes hours, but then it like totally sets in and Bang gets it after a while. Oh,
Only hours.
only hours. So no, red means blow on the red hole.
I get there.
Yes.
I love
Green
Bang.
beans.
Aw.
He blows through it. And then
Very good.
one time he's like, I love this stone. Cerridwen, make me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
When he covers the hole, your brain goes off. You go, oh my God, that's a sharp.
Oh, that's a sharp. And then she's gonna like march over there, make the adjustments. Actually, this is this color. This is a sharp. Okay.
More hours.
More hours.
Yeah.
And you have to adjust your script a little, your
Yeah, she has to go and, like,
composition
Go through her.
to make it
her
match
score.
more precisely. Oh shit.
And I just look at Jada. I'm like, thank you.
Bang could be the one that makes or breaks it. No.
It's okay. We got this. I've been practicing with him, and he is surprisingly perceptive once it sinks.
Once it sets in,
Yep.
good.
After hours of it sinking in, yes, we got it. Red,
Finally
red.
gets there.
Desus, what are you doing?
Probably while all the musicians are setting up, since I know we can't really do magic while we're in this area. I'm just gonna walk
You can.
thrice. Well,
Do it.
Do further back.
Might be extra good magic.
What I want to do is walk thrice around the circle,
Okay.
just connecting with Luluwin, who connected me with my powers, hoping that maybe somehow it might help to have some entities, like more entities' eyes on us, and maybe connect to that energy, because we are doing Fae stuff, and she's my only understanding of Fae. So I walk thrice, just pondering the intentions of we're doing something good, we're trying to bring back people, trying to find people, and hopefully bring good luck on all the people that are playing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good plan.
And you get a good feeling as you're walking and going through all this. It's a very pleasant place. You get good vibes, for lack of a better word, from the area and the way it feels and the way that the nature speaks to you feels right. More than pleasant, but it feels bigger than that. And as the day goes on, you see what seemed very chaotic earlier when you first arrived. You start to see the machine on the inside, like people start operating and functioning to do this with a seriousness that you didn't see earlier, that they've focused and they've started to get in line and start preparing. And Cerridwen's mother is walking around. Anyone that seems a little lost or a little confused by what's going on or anything, she's turned into like the guide. She's helping guide them to what they need to be doing.
Yeah.
And she is really become kind of like a mother to this place all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And she's making sure that everybody is doing what's right, and there's no kidding on her face. It is a serious face. And everyone's respecting her, and they're also afraid of her.
Yeah.
As they should be.
Yeah. But you can only see that from the outside. It's not like you have the big picture as you're walking. Mm-hmm. So you get to see the change, and it takes a while to walk around it each time, so you get to kind of feel things start falling into order. Hipley, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to Arlena and be like, so you have a drink that knocks people out. May I, would it be possible to get maybe some of that, please, if possible? Come on, I'm kind of special guest here, you know. I mean, you can swing it just for me.
She goes over and pours a drink. Are you sure?
I'm not going to take it now. I'm just like, I might need it to mean, just in case, so.
Okay. And she slides it over to you.
Can I do an insight check? Because I was like, he kind of hesitated a little bit.
Sure. Do an insight check.
So, ooh, it's not too bad. 15. I mean, I'm not going to drink it and find out, but I mean, so 15 on that check.
Something wasn't quite right about the way that she hesitated and slid that.
Yeah. Can you, come on, can you give me the real thing? I mean, come on now. I think.
And she slides it back.
You don't.
Are you sure you want to? Really? Like, you don't.
I'm not saying. I'm not gonna. Like I said, I just need just a backup, just in case things get a little crazy. I might need some to calm down just a little bit.
What's gonna get crazy? It's a concert. They're playing music, right?
I know, and sometimes it's gonna be so loud, and like it's just I just get it makes me a little anxious. So.
Okay. She pours that one out. She gets another one. No, she doesn't pour it out. She gives that to someone else. Goes down and gives that to someone else. Then she goes and gets All right. And she ran over. If you're sure this is, I hope you don't need it, but I hope you enjoyed the concert.
It's going to be unforgettable. I'll know that at least. So thank you.
You do notice that there are people doing makeup on people, and it's turning into sort of a festival feel. So people are getting like face paint or body paint, and some of the dancers are getting ready, and they're getting their clothes final stitching or filigree or whatever it is they're doing to make them just right. And hours and hours go by, and the musicians are all set in the thing, and everyone starts to encircle the circle, and the musicians are all inside, sitting in the places you set them. Bang is standing in the middle, kind of anxious. He's tapping on the stone. I like the stone, and he says to just nobody in particular. And people are like, but they heard him playing when Jada would play would show the cards, and they got what he was doing. Like, and all the guests come, including Valiv, who is sitting on one of the seats with Mama Bardusa and her other guests, and your mom. And Mama looks over through the posts and says, "It's all yours whenever you're ready, Cerridwen. This is your show." This reminds me of what was it called? The Dance of the Cortu Mondesti. And you remember this old song that you used to listen to, that they would play, that it felt older than everything else you'd played, and it always felt magical even though it wasn't. It just felt like going back in history or in time.
All right. Well, she takes a deep breath after a couple, probably hours of preparation, including hair and makeup and her fancy evening dress.
Yep.
So her hair's up. She has like elaborate eye makeup that's blue and kind of it's like a nature leaf motif, and her dress is it's a tulle gown with like a teal ombre on it, from a blue to a teal, and
Nice.
it has thick straps, but no sleeves, and you can see her, like usually she wears like poofy like long sleeves, kind of like a gypsy outfit shirt thing, but you can see her on one of her arms. She has this they're like swirling leaf tattoo from her arm to her shoulder, and she steps out and motions for everyone to settle and goes to the podium. Also, I make sure all my stuff is right there at my feet.
Could I
The
just
podium
introduce
is
her with a short
raised.
little
Huh?
deep from the ancient
It's under
forest
the
of Elixia.
podium.
I would,
It's like she knows stuff can go down. So, sorry.
I would introduce her. I would say, deep from the ancient forest of Elixia, the sage of music, your maestro, Cerridwen.
And she steps up. And it goes dead silent. Like you can't hear breath.
She just, as someone who has done performances, I know that on the opening night, there's just this feeling of tension, and she takes this deep breath and just looks at the orchestra and meets their eyes, and she kind of gives them this like, we can do this nod, and then brings up her baton and starts to count. She begins the first beat.
And the music starts to roll out. Can you make me a performance check to get this started?
No.
No pressure. Okay, well, it's okay. Performance, that's a 13.
Okay. Make me a perception check. Where's everybody else, by the way?
It's 23.
I'm in front of Bang.
You're in front of Bang. You're by the podium, so that you can be directed by Cerridwen.
I would
About the other
say
three.
I would be up there as well, but I'd be more looking at the crowd so I can point out people for the people that are working with the drinks to know who needs to be changed or whatever from one color to another.
Make me an intelligence check.
16 plus my bonus, so which is a 4. So dirty 20.
You remember when the poles in the circle around it were doing whatever they were doing the other day when the thing was blown, that they seem to transfer the magic around through them somewhat, almost like a fence. That's all. What you do with that is up to you.
I mean, I would just try to keep anybody who seems to be panicking, like, it's okay, kind of thing. Like, just let them know if it starts to show signs of it, just it's all supposed to happen, kind of thing.
Okay.
I might even make it look like I'm doing it, since people know I'm a caster. It's like it's part of the show. So actually, that's might be what I'm doing. So what I'm looking at, making sure people are doing, like when things start to happen, like the rocks raise, I make it look like I'm causing them to raise, like it's part of the show.
So you're going into the circle to kind of.
Well, like I said, I was up there with them because
Okay. What about you, Desus and Hipley? Where are you?
After like feeling pretty good about the area and getting the good vibes, I still want to make sure that Gwen is safe since she's like in there and Jada's in there now. So I'll kind of stand by as like an assistant to Gwen. If she needs a quick drink, I'm like the one to hand it up to her, kind of feed it to her.
Camelback.
Good idea.
with the straw.
Hipley.
While also keeping an eye on the people actually playing and seeing like, are you actually following her or not?
That's awesome. I'll be at the outskirts, like on the outskirts, just kind of watching, hand kind of shaking as I just listen, like eyes kind of closed, following on. So I get near the outskirts of where everyone is.
Okay. And when the music starts to play, Hipley, you're the first one to feel that there's a little bit of a breeze that kind of rolls through, and some of the music you see flies off one of the music stands, and it kind of flies towards you, and you realize that you have to catch it or else it will go down the field.
Ooh, almost mage handed. Never mind. Nope, not today. Not today. Okay.
Maybe
so
a dex check if you want to catch it.
Got this. I believe in you.
Come on.
Reflexes.
Ooh, no.
Oh no.
That's an 11.
Gotta love that sound.
So you start chasing the paper.
I feel like the wind's kind of moving it. So like, when like paper's moving, so you go to grab, but the wind's like kind of.
Yeah.
And gets it just out of the way.
And
People think it's some weird dance. Sorry.
And Cerridwen, when you see one of the musicians' papers go, but the person is maintaining it at this point and looking over the other one. But you can tell that the position she's now in to do this is a little awkward, and it may affect play if paper isn't brought back soon enough. But you also see as you're playing that Hipley's out there chasing down the paper. It's gone all over the place. And
just jumping.
yeah, after a few minutes, you get the paper, and you realize that you're halfway down out the field though, and they're all in there, and the musician with the paper is holding it together pretty well so far.
Awesome. Okay.
And the music it starts in a fairly slow way, and it starts to build. And the musicians, you can see that there's a little bit of confidence coming to them as the music is being played properly. And the dancers are outside. Right, Hipley, some of the dancers are in your way because they're all on the outside. But they're on your way to getting back in with the paper. And the posts that ring the area, they start to glow a tiny bit, like bioluminescence kind of glow, very soft and gentle. And Hipley, as you're coming towards us, you see this slight glow on all the posts that ring the area they're in. And you have all the paper in your hand. What are you doing with the paper? What are you doing?
Kind of just like mesmerized by the glow, just kind of looking. Kind of snap back out of it. Just go put the paper back onto the
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll be like, I'll try to notice, see like, hey, where's like who's missing some paper, like so, kind of look around.
Well, you saw it fly off, so you know which one it came from.
Yeah, so quickly just try to be as inconspicuous as I can and go there and drop it off and get out of there.
And you step in, and a few moments after you step in, you put the paper back down. The tempo and the volume of the music starts to go up. Cerridwen is directing them, and they hit this point where there's a harsh, hard, and the posts on the outside suddenly glow bright. And these lines of energy go all the way around them. And they start to rise up, start to lift like out of the ground as the music is being played. And everyone starts cheering out. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like a light show with it.
Yeah.
Bang, like, but on the right one, and then the music goes up again, and the posts start to rise, and then you see that not only do they rise, but the energy starts to wrap over like a dome. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh. And what are you doing, Hipley, after you put the paper in?
So everything. I see the matches are going up, starting to glow, everything else like that. Like then everything's starting to. I think he's gonna take a shot. He's gonna drink it.
You're gonna drink it.
He's gonna drink it.
Okay.
Just right there, like it just. Man, like he's gonna like be still there, but like doesn't want to like fall in one, so he's gonna like kind of sit down somewhere next to like the other audience people, just like and drink it.
Well, when you go to sit by the other audience people, when you hit where those posts are, the glow stops you from walking out.
Oh, yep, I'm drinking. Like, yep, all right.
I'm just desperately waving Hipley over to where I'm ducked under, like where Dwayne is conducting.
All right, so I'm gonna wander over to quietly over there, trying to be
And that
stealthy as I
wind that you felt out there, you feel in here now. It seems to be swirling, but the papers are all, mostly staying in place. They have pins, and they have people holding the music for most of the musicians. And as you continue, Cerridwen, can you make me another performance check, please?
Okay.
As you get to the second movement.
Don't guidance her.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
17. And if you'll let me use guidance, I'll add
No, it's a don't guidance because of
Oh,
magic.
okay. I don't use guidance.
Oh,
That's right. All right.
shoot! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 17.
Okay. So the musicians are holding on really well. They're following exactly what you're saying to do. Can everyone make me a perception check except Hipley, who's starting to get a little
I'm
bleary-eyed?
out. I'm like,
You're not out, but you're fading fast.
Ooh, nat 20 for a total
15.
26.
Nice.
Nice.
There's a man outside the circle that you recognize from Mama Bardus's, the guy named Veliv, and he has a stick in his hand, or maybe it's a
oh my
wand.
god!
And he is maybe like kind of pointing things out to people. It's like you can see him pointing at things.
Maybe he's just pointing, like, because I'm over acting like I'm casting. So maybe he's, oh yes, he's
I'm-
doing that.
I'm going to see if I can try and spot Dwin's mother, if she's like forward in the crowd.
Oh, her name's Rhiannon.
Rhiannon.
Ooh.
Rhiannon.
That's a great Celtic name.
Yep.
It's a goddess name, actually.
Because my mama is a goddess.
Amen, God bless.
And you do see her, but she's on the other side, like dealing with other things to make sure that it keeps going smoothly out here.
I am just concerned because, well, did Vez and Hipley even tell us?
I feel like we would. I feel like something
time?
like that. I
Yeah,
want
time.
to. I want to
Yeah.
say we
Okay.
would definitely.
Does it look like he's doing something, or does it look like he just looks like he's pointing out, explaining like what we're doing to them?
It looks like he's maybe pointing things out to the people in the seats with him.
Yeah. I think it's just Scott trying to throw us off, make us.
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems pretty shady. I don't know.
Suspicious. This
Seems
sounds
pretty shady.
suspicious as hell.
Sus.
A
Okay.
little sus, man.
Because how would he know it's in there? I'm too faded almost.
I
So
mean,
I
he's
don't
too
know.
close. If he starts casting magic, it's going to mess him up too, potentially.
And the music hits as you get into the second movement, and the power starts to rise. The energy starts to look more and more like electricity, less like straight lines, not like laser beams, and more like real crackling energies. And you start to hear the crackling of the lightning, and it sounds like it's rhythmic, like it's flowing to the music. And you can hear from outside the gate birds and crickets and grasshoppers, Cerridwen, and all of these things you hear sound like they're purposefully placed in the music. Everyone else just hears crickets and birds and whatever, but you hear it differently at the moment. And Desus, you notice that there are clouds starting to gather overhead as this is happening, and the electric dome is rising in higher and higher. And Jada, you notice that the posts that are wrapping around, they've now risen where they're now 20, 30, 40 feet in the air. So they must have been pretty deep underground, because they are still going up, making this fence. And the musicians are suddenly looking a little nervous. What do you want to do about them? Anything?
Vesryn will kind of nod, like, "Look, I got this. I got this." Like,
Yeah, I'm
Trying to
gonna. Sorry, continue.
I'm just trying to make them feel like there's nothing to worry about. Like it's me making this happen.
I'm
Making
gonna.
it- What were you gonna say, Desus?
I was gonna stand up, take a breath, and with the warmest smile I can put on and a twist of my tail, I'm gonna be kind of weaving through the space, trying to match the rhythm and go in circles again, trying to, bring a sense of, keep going. We're doing so well. This is great. This is
Can the two of
opportunity.
you give me a performance check?
Okay.
Not
Wow.
bad.
Another
I
natural.
got a 19.
Okay, +2. Okay, that's a total of 17.
I got a
nice.
19.
Hey,
Jada. Bang is banging it out. Can you make me a performance check and see if you can keep him in
Bang
line
it.
and in time?
If he messes up, that's it.
Don't say that.
If he messes up,
14.
that's it.
Okay, 14. And Cerridwen, as the music starts to crescendo in this part, the music starts to get to a part where it's just super loud, and the ceiling, it stops being a dome and it just lifts straight into the sky. And suddenly you don't see the world around you outside of this place. You only see what's inside here. And as you're doing this, you start to see swirling in the wind around you what you think are figures and arms and tentacles and beasts, all outside this cage you're in.
I'm just gonna keep conducting. She's just like, we're just gonna go through this. You know, the show's gotta go on.
Can you make me a
And, like,
performance check as we
Yeah,
enter
all her mental
the
faculties.
third?
If you've ever conducted, all your mental faculties go to conducting. So, oh, cool. That's a 17.
Nice. Okay. Jada, you and Hipley and not Hipley, you and Desus and Vesryn are also seeing these things swirling around outside of the fence, and you don't see any people out there anymore. You only see what's inside here, and those things outside look disconcerting, concerning. What are you doing about that?
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing so like, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
I'm throwing a quick look over my shoulder, seeing that everybody's like, everything's fine. And I'm like, okay, okay. And then I'm just going to keep directing Bang.
Yep, praying
It's
to
funny.
Luluwin.
Vesryn's doing it.
Yeah, Vesryn's making us happy. Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Oh, shit.
Terrible.
Where's Hipley? Oh, damn it, Hipley.
You see drool. It's like drool just kind of.
You're so valid for that. I would check out too if I could.
Let's just hope nothing attacks this.
And then in the outer layer, you see a serpent start to swirl around all of it. A massive white serpent.
Like the one we read about in that. Oh, man. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I don't notice it. Dang, that's scary.
And it sort of swirls, and suddenly at the back of it, there's just blood trailing it as it goes up. And then you see people. Desus, you see people that you knew that were lost. And they're all trailing in the blood pool behind the giant serpent. And one of them grabs the posts, and its fingers actually reach in for a moment, and you see your father, and he starts to slide up the post like he's being pulled in the trail of the serpent. Can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Save.
Save
At least
us.
wisdom's my best one, so. Yes, 19 plus 6, 25.
You
Man,
feel
these clutch- these
you
clutch
feel
rolls.
this urge to go and like do something. But you hold yourself here. And your father slowly slides up, holding on to the two posts, and he slides up into the point where he disappears. And as that swirl comes around, Jada, you see a bunch of people that you recognize from your past. People you have removed. People who were in the war with you. And they're all just flying through this wind, and you're not sure whether you're having a vision or not, but it feels like one, but not one that you would think of as a memory. And one of them is the other guard that you had seen freeze up right in front of you. Not frozen anymore. But caught in this wind, this vortex all the way around. And it's trying to grab the posts, and it can't seem to get its hands on them. And finally it does. And you hear the and it is holding on. Make me a perception check.
Oh, no. 9.
Okay. And it holds there for a moment, and then it is gone. The wind finally recaptures it and pulls it away. Vesryn, you see... I'll rephrase that. Vesryn and Cerridwen, you see members of a certain member of House Madrick sort of holding on to the posts around it and just looking in, not even swirling. You can see wind blowing on through his hair, and he's just staring at both of you back and forth. Can you make me a wisdom save, each of you?
Oh, man.
I probably failed. 10.
No.
Oh, 9.
Not our conductor.
Oh, no, y'all.
Oh, I see my dead eggs. It's gonna mess me
I
up.
see my dead brother, so
Yeah.
Can you, Cerridwen, make me a performance check at disadvantage, please?
2 nat 20s, 2 20s,
Come on, could be.
2 20s,
You could do
believe
it.
in
You
you.
could
I believe
do
in
it.
you.
You could do it.
220s.
You could do it.
it's gonna be a 17 and a 20. 16
20
and a
and
20.
It'd be
20.
great. It's gonna be great.
It's the 13.
Total?
Yeah, 13 total.
Oh.
Okay. So, Vesryn, you see Cerridwen beginning to falter, and you can tell she's looking at the same place you are. And the music you can tell is maybe a little off. I mean, you've heard it enough times. Maybe you're not really sure.
I turn to Cerridwen and I say, I get it. I tell her, look at me. Look at me. You
Look at
got
him.
this. You got this. Stay focused.
She just kind of nods.
You can do this.
Make me a persuasion check, Vesryn.
Hey, that's actually pretty good. It's going to be a 22.
Okay. You can make a new roll, performance check. At normal,
And then I
not,
will-
not disadvantage.
I will then step in a way to where she can't see him, like block him from looking at her.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
no.
I rolled a
No.
2, so that's
Oh
6.
no!
And the music slows down, and a couple musicians, they know the music and they hold it together, and one or two of them play slightly off, but they pull it back very quickly, and you can tell that Cerridwen had a moment there. Like you blocking your brother probably was the thing that stopped it, because it like broke her lack of concentration on what she was doing. And the music continues and everyone is casting. Vesryn, make me a perception check.
Oh, that's going to be a 13.
Okay. So Cerridwen is casting. Bang is... Let me see how Bang's doing.
Come on, bang.
That's cool. Bang is playing
Yeah.
perfect. Like, not good. He is
But it-
hitting it. Matter of fact,
knew it.
Hero.
he
You know
might
what's
even
the
be
best part about
helping
this?
keep people in on time while you are losing a little bit there, Cerridwen.
You know the best part of this is when this is all said and done, all these people that picked on him are going to be like, Bang's the shit.
I know, hopefully. That's
Yeah.
what's hoping.
Yeah. That's the plan.
And you're hitting the end of the third movement, and now the music is coming down and down, and you need to bring it slow and gentle, and the musicians are all tracking with you really well. Outside of the area, it seems to be that the space around this circle you're in has just turned to like white light, except for one man that's out there with a stick.
Yeah,
And
no big deal.
it's not a big deal, just a guy with a stick showing people things, pointing at things, pointing things out. And as you go, make me a perception check, or not a performance check, as you hit the final movement of the piece.
You can do it.
20, it's gonna be, I feel like.
It's gonna be
it.
the 20.
We all believe in me.
Really,
Believe in me.
yeah, I really have it. Oh, yes. A 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you see that person out there, but you maintain your concentration. Vesryn, what are you doing? You see her locking it in, getting everything right. Jada's got bang going. Desus is... What are you doing, Desus, now? Oh, you can make me a perception check. Both you and Vesryn can, because you might see that guy out there.
Actually, I rolled a natural 17 plus
Oh
4,
my.
so
Metal Desus die.
22.
Nope, even with my good perception, that's a total of 8.
Okay, so you see that guy out there. Everything else is like disappeared except that guy. And you feel that he's not just pointing at things.
What do I feel? Like that's it, or is there
It looks
something
like
else that I'm feeling?
whatever he's doing with his little wand, it looks like magical movement of some kind. You don't know what it's doing.
Can I get an insight on that, or can I not really tell much from that?
Let me look at your spell list. Hold on.
Well, I mean,
He's imagining the spell would match.
because I could dispel magic, but I don't want to risk screwing up
Oh,
our
shit.
shit. So
Don't cast a
Totally
spell.
So the explosion.
I'm just trying to get an insight to what he's doing. Because if it's,
I knew it.
I mean, he could be.
would it be like an
Faye?
Arcana check?
Yeah.
I want to see
That's
what you
bad,
have.
That would explain a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying.
Yeah, make me an Arcana check. I'll give you an Arcana check. That'll work.
Ooh, that'd be a 14 plus 7. So 7, 8, 9,
21.
21. There you go. It's late. My math's slow now.
As you are watching his movements, you can tell enough to know that whatever it is illusory.
Illusionary magic. All right. He's probably trying to cover up our trail, is what I'm thinking. So people aren't panicked out there and do something stupid. We did have friends. This is me out of character. Remember, we did have somebody
Yep.
that was looking out for us and sent that.
Oh, that
quickly
same.
to
Have
help us.
quite a number of them.
We have allies that we don't know about. So maybe this is somebody who.
Didn't that fortune teller say something too along the lines like someone's like watching us? I remember.
Yeah,
that
there's someone following our
somewhere.
trail that will.
It's him.
For now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I will, if I see anybody else looking at him concerned, I will kind of like, like motion to them like it's okay. At least I think it is.
And the music continues very smoothly. And right as you feel you're midway through the fourth movement, the most complex part of the song is about to happen.
Oh, God.
And
Okay.
one of the musicians can actually, only Cerridwen can make this. Can you make me a perception check, Cerridwen?
15?
One of the musicians is playing, you realize is playing a contra melody that is not in the script. And it sounds souring almost, the tone. And it's being played on the dulcimer. You can just hear it. I mean, as a conductor, you can hear the specifics of what's going on.
Take her out.
I'm going to. I mean, all I can think of is throwing my baton at her.
Is it? That's a one girl, right? Is that at a like above table? Was that one girl who was
Yes.
nervous?
It's homegirl.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's homegirl. I'm gonna throw my baton at her. That's all I got, man. I'm just gonna hook it at her.
Roll to hit.
Hey!
Come on.
With baton.
Miss. I rolled a 5.
Oh God.
The baton goes ting, 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 and hits the edge, and suddenly it goes out and goes and disappears out into the swirl outside the miasma. And the girl looks at you, and she smiles, but not a good smile. And you hear like a dissonant, purposeful, poorly played
This is bad.
tone.
I'm gonna
I like
grab
her.
Batter.
Can I?
If
can
it's
I- can we
noticeable, I'm
stop
gonna
her?
go over and grab her.
She's right next to you, Desus. She's right in that area you're at.
Yeah, I'm grabbing like right on the instrument to stop any
Throw
vibration
her
or
ass
sound.
out. Throw her ass out. Trying to kill all these people. Throw her ass out.
Definitely
Right
letting
next
my
to-
infernal heritage seep through my face in complete disgust.
So you grab her from behind.
Well, my aim is to like stop the instrument for sure.
Okay, so you're grabbing the instrument,
Yeah.
the part, so it can no longer make music.
Yeah.
So you
Hit her
tighten
with
down over it, and she looks up. Leave me alone. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
And she tries to play the instrument, and the other musicians around you, that's what they do.
God, please.
Cerridwen, the other musicians around her seem to be losing their effectiveness, and Desus is struggling with her trying to remove the dulcimer.
Vesryn would come over there as well.
And
Yeah.
and Cerridwen, you know this piece needs that dulcimer playing. So what are you seeing? What are you doing, Desus? You have the instrument in your hands, and
Yeah,
she's looking at you.
I'm
I don't care if
Gonna-
no music is played or bad music is played.
Dwyn's gonna
Should
have to play
care.
this. Dwyn needs to play this. Get this to Dwyn.
And she backs away, and she tries to pull on it. What's your strength?
I'm just an even 10.
Make me a strength check.
Drink, drink.
That was awesome.
Okay.
That's not a good sign. He said your roll was awesome.
That was quite a roll. 17.
Okay. You pull it from her, and she falls back and loses it. And she's like, "No!" And she jumps up and tries to try and
I'm
get
pulling
to
my
you.
blade
What
out.
are you doing, Vesryn?
Vesryn pulls his blade out and points
What
it right
blade?
at her.
Which blade?
My
What
rapier.
blade are you using? Okay, the physical blade.
Yes, yeah, of course, the rapier.
Just want to
And I
make
pull-
sure it's not.
Actually, no. You know what? I wouldn't pull the rapier out. I'd pull out the black Chris.
No, oh gosh.
Oh no.
It's not a spell, guys. I just
Okay.
pointed at her and I
Scary.
tell her. The reason why I'm pulling the dagger out is it's smaller, so I would assume it would bring less attention from the people. I don't want to distract people anymore. And I tell her, "You sit down, or you're going out into the swirling winds."
Make me an intimidation check.
You trusted her. Mm.
It's gonna
Did
be
we-
a 13.
Did we have an understudy for the dulcimer?
I mean, we never specified. We just said we had extra people.
Yeah.
So
Well, the only one that could play that now is Cerridwen,
That's what I said. We need. to
Yeah,
get
I'm
this-
then running it over.
because she plays the dulcimer. You almost have,
Running it over.
and
You got this, Dwyn.
the girl that was playing stays there and just scowls at you. Who knows? It may already be too late, Vesryn. And
Better hope for your sake it's not.
you have Desus in front of you with the instrument. Cerridwen, what are you doing?
I'm just like, I'm just gonna try to conduct with one hand, and
Well, you know they know the song too. They know the piece. It's
okay.
so you almost okay. So you're gonna conduct one-handed. That's fine. That's cool.
And then I'll kind of like I'll just I think I'll just tell Jesus, like, just hold it for me. And then hold it. And then I take the dulcimer hammer paddle thing. It's called something. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
And she starts to beat out the dulcimer part. She's like, I really hope I can do this.
Make me a performance
You can.
check.
You could do it. Oh god.
Got it. I'm here for you.
Okay, I'm like, which dice? Which dice?
The best one.
The twin die. Whatever.
This one has gotten me a lot of 20s, so
We need
Mom.
a 20.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Okay. And it's not coming out right, and you're sort of suffering on the other side with the conducting.
Okay, well, I'll just put the baton down and then take the dulcimer and try to just focus on that.
Okay. You can roll again.
Okay.
It's like it's too
I
late.
thought you already were.
Okay, that's better. That's an 18.
Okay. So the other musicians are continuing and they're playing. Actually, let me see how they're handling it. Oh, they're doing good. They're holding on.
Okay.
And you're playing along. Desus is holding the instrument. Vesryn, you notice something very odd. So do you, Jada. That the eyes of the musicians start to turn like a glowing white. And then you see that the same thing is happening to Hipley, who's now laying down drunk. But his eyes are open. And you start to see everyone start to just sort of, they're still playing, but they start to glow. Everybody starts to glow except Cerridwen, who is still playing. Desus is glowing. Vesryn is glowing.
What about the girl in front of me?
The girl in front of you has got a glow to her, and it's not like a hard like not a celestial glow, more like a fairy fire kind of glow, like just around your body.
If nobody's looking, I'm really fighting the urge to just throw her through, because she could have literally cost everybody their lives here. Like, it is really hard for Vesryn not to just grab her and toss her through.
Don't look at me to
Charisma
dissuade.
save. Charisma save.
I'm going to fight it, though. I'm not going to do it, but I want to really badly.
Jada, can you give me a performance check for Bang?
Performance.
On.
Beautiful. 19.
Yeah.
19.
Yay.
Damn, Bang is the Bang.
Bang's
is the shit.
keeping it.
All right.
Keep banging that shit, bang.
It's inspirational.
And Cerridwen, when you play and you concentrate on the playing, that part is done right, and you feel like it's correcting things that were going on with the song. People are following that as a lead now. You're sort of guiding them through. And then you're hitting that part where they need to be properly conducted. The fastest, most difficult part. What do you want to do here?
I'll conduct again.
Okay.
Seems like they'll need that kind of guidance. So,
Okay. Make me a performance check.
oh, come on, fire dice. That's 14.
Okay. And the conducting is helping more than the music at this point. But you do feel like there's something missing when you're doing one or the other. You're not exactly sure what it is. And within the audience, you see that the musicians are starting to get taller, like stretching out almost. Elongated is a better word. But they're still playing.
I got this. Desus, get my mother.
Oh.
Okay. Can I even see beyond the fencing now.
You can make
Do I
a
see
perception
anything
check to try.
Okay, use the dice. That's been good. Plus 6. 17 total.
Yeah, when you get to the very edge of the fence, you can see a haziness through it and see the people, people. And she's big enough that you know exactly which one that it is. What do
Okay.
you want to do?
I worry about stepping beyond it, if it will even let me step beyond it. And I can't do any magic without risking everything. All right, I'm just gonna really focus on her shape and reach my hand out and just call her name, kind of within a moment of beat that it goes with it, but almost in a sing-song fashion, because I worry about breaking up everything and just call her out.
Make me a wisdom save.
Come on, druid stuff. Be good. Oh no, that's a nat 1.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So
We're just
you're-
like flies.
you reach out and you grab her hand, and then you feel this enormous pain. Make me a wisdom save to be able to pull her in.
Please, Lilywin. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, so you hold the hand, you're pulling her, and you pull her up to the thing. And can you make me a death save, please?
Oh,
A death save?
Oh wow! All right.
Okay, 13.
Okay. So you feel this horrible pain run through you as you start pulling someone in from the outside. And it is not like any kind of pain you have ever felt. And you fall to the ground and pull her through, and you feel this ungodly tearing along right from where your arm went through and into where your body is. And she's in.
Cerridwen.
And she looks confused. And she looks around and she comes rushing over. What's happening? What's happening here?
Play the dulcimer. You taught me.
And she goes and she finds a seat where there's some music.
I'll move the one girl out of that one seat and have her sit there.
That's the seat she goes to.
Yeah.
The girl is still sitting there and not sitting in the seat, sitting on the ground nearby. Mm-hmm. And she starts to play. And she sounds terrific in it. The sounds sound correct again. Cerridwen, make me a performance check.
Natural 20.
Yeah!
24.
Oh, it feels
So-
good.
Getting your mom through allowed you to free your
Mama's
mind up
love.
from that other part. And suddenly you see her eyes glowing too and stretching out. And it takes you a moment to realize that everything in here is stretching really long beyond where it should be. And everything is going white. Like everybody's eyes are white and kind of covering up their whole body. Everything outside is turning into just a white glow. And then suddenly the white disappears and you're all standing in the middle of a field that is not the field you were in before. And there are people who are just lying on the ground. Some of them are musicians. There are people that you recognize from the fields. And some of them are not moving.
I'll start checking people, see if they're unconscious or if they're dead.
Is the movement over? Is it over? Is the
And
symphony over?
that's the end of the music.
Cut everyone off.
How many people?
I passed out.
And there's no stone here. There's
Oh,
no
Jesus.
posts around it. The logs are gone. It's just the people.
Oh, just
How many people total?
All the musicians came through, and there are 10 or 15 people that were in the audience that seem to be here too.
The guy with the cane?
No.
And checking the people, are they unconscious or any of them dead?
The ones that were outside the ring that came through, they're dead.
no. Good thing we brought my mom in.
Oh my gosh.
Well, not everybody in the audience was pulled in or pulled through this thing, but there were some that were. And some of the musicians are also dead. A few.
Ooh.
What about homegirl? Is she dead?
Homegirl
What?
dead. She's gonna be.
She's not. She's about to be.
She is not.
I stab her. No. Yes, she is.
And everybody's looking around really
I'm going to.
confused.
This is your fault. You cursed the music. I'm pointing to the girl. So that way.
People don't blame her.
You did this.
Because for the record, if she didn't do that, it may not have caused the issues we did have, and it may not have caused any of these people to die. As far as I'm concerned, she caused fractures in the song.
And she runs away. She takes off.
I will run after her. I guarantee you I'm faster than her. I have a 35
You
movement. And I tackle her. I'm going to attempt to
course.
tackle and grapple if I can.
After just zigzagging.
I rolled a total of 16 for like a grapple check.
Okay. Yeah, you get her. Wow, she keeps rolling the same number. It's weird.
I see.
Every time I've rolled for her, it's the same damn number. It's so weird. It's like she can only roll one number.
See Vesryn tackle someone, and I'm like, oh, all right. And I go to my
Yeah, how-
stuff under the podium.
Where are we? Is it over?
It's over, but I don't know where we are. And then I pull out my rope of entanglement, and I go and tell it to entangle the dulcimer musician.
Okay.
I go to Desus and Hipley and make sure they're okay.
Desus or Hipley is unconscious.
Yes. Oh, okay.
He's snoring
He's
over
good.
there.
He's good.
Drooling.
What about?
Desus?
Yeah.
I'm passed out on the ground after all that.
Yeah. I'm just like tapping
Yeah.
you on the cheek, like, hey.
Yeah, the people that are here, even the ones that aren't dead, are just totally exhausted and drained. You guys included. You're like,
And I'll just
somehow you
step
didn't
out.
cast a spell. That was kind of
Yeah.
surprising.
Are our spell slots spent or no? We still have our spell slots? We're just tired.
Are you trying to cast a spell?
No, I'm saying. Well,
He's like, well,
burning hands.
magic.
Burning hands on her.
That's always a good test one.
Can I I'll just like step away from the group and then cast Minor Illusion to see if anything crazy happens.
Can you make me a d20 roll, please?
Crazy things still happen here. That's a natural 20. I mean, well, just 20.
Oh, nice.
So we all instantly die. That shit exploded and kills
Campaign is
everyone.
over.
Campaign over.
Yay, we made it here. Boom.
One time you don't want it to be a nat 20.
Yeah.
Can you make me a percentile roll, please?
I was scared Desus would die because like Jada's like, is Desus okay? Then he was silent. I was like, oh my god.
I know.
I was like, well,
38.
God, what did Vesryn roll that last session?
Don't remember.
And
High number.
and as you cast, you end up illusion isn't what you expected, you end up with a beard made of flowers that just rolls out and goes all the way to the ground. You end up with this long, beautiful beard of flowers.
I stroked my flower beard. Well, that wasn't expected.
Yep.
But I come back. Well, magic's still weird.
She has a big
Flower beard.
Did we do it?
Well, we're certainly not in the same field.
Not in Kansas anymore.
I was gonna say,
I don't think we're in Wythe anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we're in Wythe.
Well,
And as you look around, can I get a perception check? Go on, say what you're saying.
I was supposed to say, what do we see like in the general area around us? So I was about to ask. Oh, cocked.
From everybody?
That's a
30,
natural
20.
13. 17.
No, that's a natural one. I don't see shit.
Okay. With the dirty 20, you recognize the tree here. There's a tree in this field, and you recognize this as the tree that absorbed Talison's friend.
Uh-oh. Evil tree.
I point at the tree, and I'm like, don't touch that tree. Don't touch it. It will eat you.
Okay.
And this is where we'll break.
Oh.
As you're like, don't touch that tree.
As
It
the
will
tree
eat
comes to
you."
attack us, roll initiative.
I mean, it's a tree. Trees don't attack people. I don't know where you get that stuff from.
Well, as long as it's rooted.
Trees don't kill people.
People kill people.
Well,
The
I'm
trees
blaming
just-
this lady.
Trees just eat the bodies.
I'm personally holding this woman accountable for these people's lives.
She's gonna be the scapegoat
No, not scared. Seriously.
for
If
the,
she
the
did-
festival. It's all her.
If she didn't mess up we told them that there was gonna be something.
But we don't know
magical
that though. But if we never did that, no one would have died. So I mean, we're still at fault. I mean, if we
If
didn't
she-
do that,
if
no
Yeah,
one
but
would have died.
she did it on
But it
purpose.
doesn't matter though. We still casted it though. So then the day we still did it. So I mean, yeah, she may
If
mess
you-
it up, but we
Hipley,
did it though.
Hipley, you passed out. You're not even a part of this right now. You be quiet and lay there, all right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, I know what you're saying, but in truth, the way this
Actually, I
spell works,
disagree.
the way the spell works, I would assume that if
And above
if she
table
was
and
screwed up,
matching, because like you said, like when the door, you guys had to like someone had to die. Remember, like probably it was probably just had to happen no matter what. To like
But
because the
see,
last with the door,
There's a
someone
lot
had
of
to die.
probablys for a
I will
spell
say
we
this.
have no idea about. We know.
I will
nothing
say
about
this.
spell.
the one thing that was in common with all the other portals that we went through that required life or sacrifice, it was a choice for us. It wasn't something that just was done. This was just done. Both the other times we either provided the sacrifice or it asked us who was willing to be sacrificed or who we were willing to sacrifice. This just happened in a bunch of people. I personally, well, as Vesryn personally does think it's because she screwed things up and it caused Gwyn to have to step away from conducting to try to fill in and then go back and forth. If that didn't happen, as far as I'm concerned, there could very well have been no casualties. So I don't know. We don't know. You're right though, but that is his
So
personal
Jesus
opinion.
for taking one for the team.
I
Mhm.
know that was
That's-
nuts.
that
But we,
sucks.
by the way, is Desus alive? Because
Yeah, I'm
we
trying
asked
to make sure that
I'm just
she's alive.
I passed out from the pain, but
I know Scott was silent for a second. I was like, oh my gosh.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
I mean, I was sure she
She
was
wasn't
alive.
dead.
Just make sure she didn't need like us to like stop her from having more death saves.
Scaly.
Yeah,
Is Dwin's mom here with us?
she is.
Yeah.
And she's alive.
Okay.
Bang's alive.
All right. Well, Bang is all we really need. Bang, you lead the way. Go destroy that tree. Or roll on the tree. Go roll on the tree.
Rip it out.
That was a great game.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. We're going to be playing early. We'll be playing at 8 o'clock instead of 9:30. We have a special guest going to be joining us. Now that we've gone through this event. That's what rubbed off on you. That's funny.
Is Mama there with us?
Because
Yeah,
he said
Mom.
Vesryn tackling someone sounds like S Love to me.
It did sound like Eslov. He always
I think
grappled everybody and everything.
for the record, I think that might be the first time I've ever played a wizard and tackled somebody. As a
Yeah.
wizard. 30 some odd years of playing this game, I've never tackled somebody as a wizard.
Because normally it's
Oh my
really
God.
dumb to do.
We can feed her to the
You don't want
tree.
to do it.
Yeah. We could feed her to the tree. The tree.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, early 8 o'clock. Bye.
Bye.
She's gonna win. She's gonna win. Oh no, you can't come back in the game. No, you guys can't come
You
back
can't
in.
stop